Hello. Just getting situated here. Hello. Just getting in here, getting my computer up and running. Okay, I think that works. Hold on, I gotta get my okay. Say hello if you pop in. I just got on. Going to be doing a jewelry haul tonight, so lots of beauties, lots of favorites. Sorry, I'm eating a potato chip. Okay. Well, I'm not sure who's in here yet, but today's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to everyone. I am here in Pittsburgh, where it is literally the snow everywhere. Like, I don't know, we probably got maybe 3 or 4 inches of snow last night. And honestly, I didn't even know it was going to come. I wasn't paying attention to the weather. And then I woke up this morning and had that massive surprise. And like the first time it snows every season, it's like you need sunglasses. You know what I mean? Because your eyes are just not used to everything being white. Even though it happens every year, lots of snow. So I guess the holiday season is officially started then. All right. So today, my name is Curry. If this is your first time in, I'm with Tara Strelick's Boutique, and I do part-time sales here on District, and have really enjoyed my time in Knickknacks as I've been here over. I've been selling on in District for about 1.5 years, so I'm very familiar with live selling, and I love it. It's so great to connect with the people and share your love of jewelry. Now, I also do dabble in, bringing vintage like smalls to shows sometimes too, because for a couple of years I had a couple antique booths, so I still have quite a bit of like littles that sometimes I bring them to my shows, and then I might just randomly pull in some little small cute little vintage trinket because I have tons of them in this room. So it's not uncommon that I do that. So although I'm mostly about jewelry, as you see, I do bring those other things as well. So I hope everyone's doing well tonight. I can't actually tell who's in here. If you give me a thumbs up or a hand wave or a snowflake, whatever you want, I'll be able to say hello to you. Yeah. So, when I do live shows, they kind of come in different versions. Sometimes I'm doing an unboxing where, I don't really know what I'm getting. And, but I kind of generally know if it's like natural stone. Oh, okay. So, Katie, if you want to be able to come over to District, you can come to www.knickknacks.net. And then you won't actually be able to see the chat, Katie, unless you're viewing through District. You're Hi there. How are you? You're welcome to, watch from YouTube. I do stream on purpose for my YouTube channel. I do, in fact, have a YouTube channel. Y'all should go check it out. Lots of jewelry unboxings on Jardians and all that. But Yeah, so you can watch it from there, but you don't really see anyone else in the chat except maybe someone else who's commenting on YouTube. But if you came to knickknacks.net, then you could, it's free. You just come over there and you register, and then you can, you know, go into the live streams in Knickknacks, and then you'll scroll in and you'll find there's several great resellers that are always selling in district. In Knickknacks at the same time often. So you have to go in and actually find me, but Cherish Relics Boutique. So, and you'll see a picture of all this jewelry on the face of it. Now, and if you really wanted to be able to bid as well, that's, of course, your choice. You could enter your payment information and then you'd be able to bid as well. So whatever you're most comfortable with, but just wanted to give you the information. So yes, hi, Donna. How are you? Hello, Carla. Good to see you. I was working on this jewelry all day, most of today, just because, usually when I do, unboxings, unjarrings, I'm not like doing pre-bids, but I usually always do pre-bids when, I'm bringing you hauls. And this is a haul, which means these is jewelry pieces that I went out and, sourced myself. I found, really great pieces for really great prices that I felt, that's a kind of price that I can, bring back and be able to flip and be able to make it affordable for, my buyers. And a lot of my buyers are, in fact, themselves resellers. So, it makes me happy that there's some wiggle room in there for some people. So, yeah, with that being said, if you don't already follow me here on District, if you're watching on a phone, I know you can click on the little symbol up there, my Cherish Relics Boutique. And if you follow me, I will follow you back, and then you'll know when I'm going live. I kind of go live kind of all over the place, usually in the evenings, but because I really try to fit myself in where there's always lots of people going live on District, but I try to kind of shimmy my way in between other jewelry resellers, just because I don't want to step on toes. I want people to be able to go and watch the people they love. And I know people hop back and forth, but, it gives you that opportunity to, I want to be able to not step on toes. I want the people who have been established here to be able to do their thing. And if people want to pop in, that's awesome. So also one last thing. Hey, Carrie, how are you? I see you. You just popped in. Good to see you. And welcome in 69 Kits Chi Kansan. I'm sure I pronounced that wrong. I apologize. Vic the Chick. And of course, my friend, Carrie, Oma Girl, Ollie Bird, Donna. How you doing? Sorry I didn't make it I'm terrible about coming on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And if I don't come on a Tuesday, I'll definitely come on a Thursday. But if I wake up with a headache, and the snow, I was just like, I can't go today. So anyways, so let's get started. You'll see down here in the store, there's, if you're looking on a phone, I believe it'll be in the bottom right corner. On a computer, it might be up towards the top, but you can view the store and you'll see all the items that I'm going to be bringing to auction tonight. And you can pre-bid if you want, in case you're in and out, and you don't actually have to be here to actually win items here on District in Knickknacks. You just need to put a pre-bid in, and if someone doesn't outbid you, then you'll win and you won't even be here. So that's a great option. So I'm just going to kind of start. I have a mostly vintage jewelry, all vintage jewelry, I shall say, actually, but a good mixture of rings, bracelets, necklaces, and earrings, both clip back and pierced. So with that being said, I'll just kind of get started, and maybe I'll just start with a pair of earrings. How about that? Only 7 people showed up for class, really? Nobody wanted to drive in the snow. I know. Yeah. It was mid-afternoon before I had a whole bunch of things I had to go take to the post office. So I went out middle of the day, and the roads weren't bad then, but I have no idea what it was like this morning. Okay. Looks like a lot of people had that idea. All right. Anyways, so here is a lovely pair of clip back earrings, as you see here. When I click them together here, they sound like glass. They're not actually glass. They're probably like a ceramic. And you can see that back here by the way it's constructed. It just looks like ceramic that obviously has been painted, but it definitely has the sound of glass here. It's not acrylic. So it's got, kind of mottled kind of orange and green, with a nice embossed sort of, I don't know, geometric. I don't know if that's geometric, but a texture around the outside. So a lovely pair of earrings, clip back, and on the back, it does say the word Zentall, Zentall. So let me pull up this listing. And if you're a clip back earring wearer, there you go. So I have lots of listings, so it'll take me a second to find it. But it will pop up. There it is. It's literally the very last one. All right. So I'm moving it to stage, and these actually are a $4 start. So the auction is running now. And again, it's meant to kind of have that kind of lighter and darker kind of swirly effect to it. It's meant to look a little artistic in style. So there you go. Thank you so much for looking at those. All right. All right. So I think I'm going to grab another pair of earrings here. I've got some lovely cloisonne, floral, kind of rectangular gold tone, as you see here. Yeah, but some really lovely pinks, kind of ombre almost, in greens. And I believe, got to find them. I'm going to do a $4 start on these as well. And I'm moving it to stage. So if you like cloisonne, again, these are pierced earrings. Hey, Emily, how are you? Thanks for your bid. I appreciate that. So looking like that. And we've got 10 seconds left on the cloisonne earrings. And the gold tone looks great. Pierced. So it looks like we're sending those beautiful things home with Emily. Thank you so much for your bid, Emily. Let me get a bag for you. So I would like to know, I don't know where everybody is watching from, but I'd love to know if anyone else, wherever you're watching from, has gotten snow yet this season. As I said, mentioned earlier, obviously we got pounded with snow last night in Pittsburgh. So let me know. Or what other crazy weather you're dealing. Or you can like brag if you like live in Florida and be like, no, I didn't get any snow, but it was 80 degrees, and then of course I'll be like, oh, jealous. You know what I mean? So, well, thank you for that. And we're going to pick another one. You're welcome. I think I already asked you, but I assume you already got your other package in the mail. Thank you very much. All right. So, let's see here. I have here, this is awfully small. There is no brand on this. It is gold tone, definitely vintage. And it says steel band on here. This is all enameled. Okay. And let me pull this up in my listings. I want to say it's like a 5 3/4. It's pretty small. Now my wrist can fit that. I have a pretty small wrist, but not for everybody for sure. It's got a whole bunch of, and I'll show you here in a second as soon as I pull this up, charms dangling off this where they are all enameled as well. Looking. It's probably going to be the very last thing. Okay. All right. So I am bringing that to stage. And so if we look closely here, yeah, it says steel band, and then I guess we have our steel band players. I think it's easier to look when I show you with this. So I don't know if where this kind of bracelet would be bought is if maybe someone's on vacation. I'm sure that's what it is. Or maybe it says it on that one thing. Hold on, I'll tell you. This says New Providence, Winton, Nassau. Okay. So that's the Bahamas. Okay, so I wasn't crazy. There you go. So, a Bahamas bracelet, like obviously as if you were, traveling. But I have a $13 start on that for anybody interested or looking for a steel band bracelet. I don't know. I love all the like the steel drums when you hear those. And it's really interesting how they play those because I think it's just them like hitting the inside of the drum in like different spots, give them the different, uh, sound or whatever. All right. Well, these are really gorgeous earrings. Aurora Borealis, as you see, we have a couple different colors here. This is, I guess it's metallic-y kind of copper coating there, and then that top one's I guess clear, and then this one's a little bit citrine looking, that one's a little pink looking, but they all have some sort of AB coating on them. This is what we call lever back for obvious reasons. Okay, so this is a pierced earring, pretty significant in size, and boy, is it sparkly. Woo, they're beautiful. But they're a little more modern. They're all prong set, and they are in excellent condition. This is what the back looks like. Okay, so I'm just going to grab those real quick. A very pretty earring. You know what? A really pretty earring for like New Year's Eve or a night where who doesn't need more sparkle on New Year's Eve, right? I don't know how I passed them, but somehow I passed them. Oh, here they are. So on these, they have actually an $18 start. They are a lovely pair of earrings, and the auction is running now. So pretty, and they're in great condition. Gold tone, obviously. And size-wise, they probably hang down, I don't know, maybe 1¼ inches or so. Sorry, I just dropped one, but so there you go. Thank you so much for looking at that. Okay, so let me bring this necklace here. I do have some sterling silver tonight, as well as some natural stone jewelry, some Murano, some Czech, some Austria, uh, some Japan. I'm just trying to think. I have some rock crystal as well as, a lot of really beautiful, you know, clip back and pierced earrings. So this one is just a very simple necklace. Um, it, I do not believe it has a sterling clasp. And honestly, I think the clasp on it, um, I think people just put it over their head because the little bar on that clasp is gone. So what I'll do if someone buys this, I will replace the clasp and I will put one on that works. Right now, you can fit it over your head because it's like 24 inches, but it's also nice to be able to do that. So it's not like broken, but if you want to be able to use a clasp, I'll do that. So I believe I literally had like a $3 start on this. So you can see it's you know shell, kind of some browns and blacks in tone, and just looking for it. And I'm not finding things fast, obviously. There it is. All right, so I'm bringing this to stage. Like I said, it is 24 inches long, and I guess you would consider it to be graduating because, these shells get bigger as you go down. Shells are cold, so you'll feel the weight of them as well as that temperature on your face. And I even believe that the round stones, they're also shell. I did test those teeny little, silver tone beads, and I do not believe they're sterling silver, nor is the clasp sterling silver. But you see how it gets smaller as you go up. So on the neck, this is what it's looking like, but a very nice layering necklace, natural shell. $3 start. I'm running the auction now for anyone who might be interested in that. Has anyone started Christmas shopping yet? Has anyone fought off the crowds? I swear it's so stressful. Like this time of year between, Thanksgiving and New Year's, it's so nice that these days you have the option, like, here on Knickknacks, where, you can shop online and have it delivered to your home. And it's definitely much more convenient for sure. All right, this is a really interesting piece. This is actually uh, an amber tie pin or tie clip. I At first I thought it was maybe like a barrette, just like someone might put a little pin or barrette in their hair. But after doing a little bit of research, I did discover it is in fact like a men's tie, pin or whatever, and it's from Russia, or all the comps I found were showing it as Russia, but it is in fact, it's hard because the light's on, but you can see that it is in fact amber. So a black light shown on amber will give you kind of that milky appearance. If I turn the light out more, it will show even more. There is a very small mark on here that I admit I couldn't, in my description, I'm going to pull it up here in a second. I think it's got like a backwards R and then a K and an 8, probably not in that order. Uh, but I couldn't figure out how to do a backwards R, a backwards letter, typing into the details of the item. So, yeah, but it is not a mark for its metal purity. But when researching this, there were some that looked just like this. They had like one little piece of the kind of metal detail up at the top here, but it was identical otherwise. Was 150. I found another one that was 90. I found another one that was 75. So I guess just coming from Russia. Anyways, so may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I'm going to run it now if anyone's interested in an amber, very vintage Russian tie bar. Or I guess you could use it as a hairpin too. And again, let's see if I can get it to focus. It's right in there that it does have those letters. Backwards are K8, but it's hard for you to see it. So anyways, all right, let's keep going, shall we? Okay, well, let me bring one of these great necklaces here. A long layering necklace, definitely vintage glass. I've sold glass beads of this type before. I don't believe these are Murano. I think that they possibly might be I don't know if they're from Japan, or because I know Japan makes something called a tambo bead that's often very colorful. But maybe they could be Czech. I'm just not sure. But they're very finely detailed in like the links they have there. So this particular necklace is 48 inches long. Yeah, and so on the neck, you can easily double it to wear it. But you could do other things as well. You can double it and wear it the same length, or you can obviously pull one side longer than the other and have additional options. So there you go. But yeah, all glass, and you can see all of that. I guess you consider it to be an art glass, 48 inches. So this is a $18 start on that. Great layering piece for sure. And I'm providing you the ASMR, benefits. See? Woohoo. Thank you for looking. Okay. How about I bring this lovely smoky quartz ring? It's about a size 6. I say about because the shape of it is kind of ovally, and so when I put it into my ring sizer, it only goes so far, but then it has the teeniest gap up there. And I think on my ring sizer, I only get it to about 5 3/4, but I really think it's closer to a 6. I have gem tested this. Tested this my gem tester. It is a smoky quartz. But this is all kind of artisan made wire wrapped. I did check to see if this was gold. I did an acid test on it. It is not. It's just gold tone, but there is no gold tone loss. So it's actually in really great condition. And I'm going to give you a close up look there. So it's interesting because, obviously it's just these side prongs holding that stone. You just want to make sure that those prongs, stay tight. Usually they have like prongs on the end too. I don't think it's going anywhere, but anyways, that is a size 6. I'll put it on my finger and model it for you here in a second. A little big for my finger, but I still will be able to let you see. I'm just trying to pull it up, and I have a $12 start on this. But it's looking like that. Definitely like a statement necklace. Statement earring. A statement ring. Welcome in, Mom Cat and Tooth Fairy and Iris and Val and Mulberry Patty and Tamra, Rosie Rose, unique around the corner. Welcome in, Noreen. Hey, Noreen, I did rerun those necklaces last night, but I think you had already gone to bed. So I'll message you. And if you're interested or not, no pressure or anything, but I can, I do have some left. So anyways, so thank you for looking at that ring, everyone. All right. Well, let's look at a lovely, this beautiful beauty is from Austria. It is actually hidden quite well, but it's written right here in the bottom of that hook. It just says Austria. So this is all obviously faceted glass. And you see here, it looks like it's really like loose, but it's not too loose, because what happens is when this necklace is spread out, there's lots of room for all of those stones. But the second you turn the necklace at an angle to put it around your neck, all the stones kind of, are more crunched on the inner circle, and then they kind of push up and fill up more of that space. So in fact, when it's around the neck, you don't barely have any there, but it's there on purpose. It's strung well. It has a hook clasp, obviously. I believe it's 16 inches in length. Definitely heavy, but it is looking like that. How could you go wrong? Black faceted necklace goes with everything. So let me grab that one. It is 16 inches in length, but that does not count the extender, which appears, at least 2 inches. So anywhere from 16 to 18 inches. And this is a really great price. I have it with a starting bid of 14, Austria, faceted glass necklace. So it is running now for any takers on that. And to me, I just love the feeling of a heavy, cold necklace against my skin. I don't know. It's a tactile thing, I suppose. So that's lovely for sure. So thank you for looking. Since I'm already there showing some black faceted necklace, I could show you. Actually, both of these are gold tone, so I guess they wouldn't really match it. And it really doesn't matter because it's not, but the shapes of those are very similar to the shapes of those. But I'll get to that a little bit later. Okay, how about these? I believe this is Joan Rivers. Many of you are familiar with her jewelry. I think she sold for a long time on the Home Shopping Network, before she passed. So I think these earrings, I think it's one of those where it's like a jacket where you just have like this main earring, and then you can, put the jacket on it. So it's kind of like 2 earrings in one. That center thing. I'm sure someone may have bought it and it was a set and maybe they could change all the colors. I'm not sure. But those are acrylic, that part. But you can see all the embossed, in kind of texture details of the kind of sunflower there. This is the back. And it does say Joan. Where does it say it? Here. But I guess it says Joan Rivers, or maybe it just says Joan. Hold on, let me tell you. No, it says Joan Rivers. It definitely does. Okay. So cool earrings. And I believe kind of 2 earrings in one. And I'm going to do a $6 start on these earrings. So I'm bringing it to stage now. And the auction is going. If you have any Joan River jewelry people out there, she has a lot of really nice, very quality made jewelry. These are heavy, well made. I think has a very good, what I say, like reputation, I would say. So there you go. Thank you for looking at that. Okay. How about I bring this bracelet? This is very interesting. It's gold tone, obviously, kind of chunky, sort of puffy almost, with all its chain links. There you can see the construction of the back. The gold tone on this looks great. It's interesting because it actually has a, let me pull up the listing here. It has a snap clasp. Very unusual. I was expecting it to be a box clasp. But it wasn't. But I'll show it to you real quick as soon as I pull this up. And this will be a $12 start. So it is in excellent condition, you can see here. But I think that, yeah, that box snap thing is so interesting. You just, snap it. It's very interesting. I was not expecting it, but it stays tight, it works. There you go. So a cool bracelet, 6.75 inch bracelet. The auction's running now. And you can see that close up there. Okay. Appreciate looking at that. All right, what else can I bring you tonight? How about a lovely pair of some Murano Italian. You can see how old and vintage these are. Micro mosaic. These are just pierced earrings on hooks. But if any of you are familiar with, micro mosaics, they make brooches, they make necklaces. I've sold, many in the past. Bracelets, necklaces. I don't really think they make rings, but I've seen both clip-on as well as pierced earrings. But look at the detail. Every single one of those little pieces of glass was put in there by the artist. Like it's the attention to detail is just unbelievable. There's such a stunning, I don't know, to me, it's a timeless piece because first of all, it goes with everything. But second of all, it's just, I don't know. It will get people asking you questions about them if they're not familiar with micro mosaic. Once they see the detail that's included in it, they're beautiful. You have marathon sale is over. The all day Tuesday of Jen. All right. Anyways, so these, let me pull up the listing for these. I hope you had a good sale. Earrings. And, I have a $19 start on these, and I am moving them to stage. They're a great length, and I'm starting the auction now. So it is looking like that. And you can see it has some details up there, like with black glass around those ones up at the top as well. I know, I love them for sure. I'm like partial. I have some micro mosaic jewelry that I, have pulled out for my own enjoyment, when you do jewelry resale, you kind of pull out the stuff you love and maybe you wear it for a while and then, you switch it out with something else. Okay. So let's see here. Let's do a crystal necklace. How about we do one of these? So, this is a really unique color. So this is 2-strand, and it's, what we would consider to be graduating. I always make the joke, not from high school, but I mean graduating in that the stones get bigger as you go down, as you see that. Okay. So this has sort of like a deep pink base coat. And then of course it's got Aurora Borealis. Now you would consider the description for that portion of the necklace, it would be like an encrusted, 2-strand. I don't know what you call those little thingy majiggers that you make the devil strands in, but anyways, it's encrusted. It has a hook clasp, and let me pull it up, and I can tell you like the range of. This is a $14 start. It's from 14 to 16 inches, so it can be pretty short, but 16 inches is a good length. I think that fits most people. So hold on, I'm just clipping it here. And actually going to make it a little longer while it goes on this neck. Oh, there we go. I was waiting for it to flip over. Anyways, so that's what it's looking like. Okay. So I am going to start the auction now. It's definitely a unique color. As a lot of times these crystal necklaces are, clear, like I have one down here. So it's nice to see something different. We've got 8 seconds left. So, Jen, we got like massive amounts of snow in Pittsburgh. Well, not massive. I don't know, 3 or 4 inches. So I woke up to that this morning. I really wasn't expecting that. Okay. Let's see what I want to bring next here. Let's do these beautiful, yeah, I get it. I don't miss a snow shovel. I get it. Welcome in, Coopster. Look at these beauties. This is actually like a carved, I guess you would say, but it is onyx. I have tested that and I have looked, and it's not uncommon. You can get, this kind of carved look in onyx earrings. So it does test as onyx as well as sterling silver. I have done both. The backs will not be sterling silver because I'm going to put the backs here that are on it. But they are very vintagey and loving sort of all the filigree details around the edge. So very nice pair of earrings. Oh, let me pull that up. I tried to put price points all over the place for people. Hold on. It's going to be a $22, sorry, start. And, but a lot of times on the days, it was good traveling to Atlanta for, Thanksgiving, just long because we did both drives in like an individual day. So 12 hours on, actually 12 hours on the going up there, but on the coming back, it was like 13 and a half hours. Hey, Lori, how are you? In the car. And then I came home and I did a sale. I don't know. I must have been crazy. So I was absolutely exhausted. And then I was up all night. 9:56. Woo! Thank you, Jen. Yes, I'm trying to get my YouTube to 1,000. I'm close. If you want to go check it out, lots of unjarrings, unboxings, and the like. My friend Jen there, who's chatting from YouTube, she has a YouTube channel and, is very knowledgeable about, I mean, she's a gemologist. She's gone to college for it. And so she's always my go-to for trying to find the answers out to some things that I don't always have, that I'm not sure about. Anyways, I'm starting the auction on these unique earrings. Welcome in there. How are you? And I would say they're probably, I don't know, maybe shy of an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch. She is not on knickknacks. But I stream to my YouTube channel, so some people that follow me on YouTube will pop over and come say hello. So she's one of those. Very happy. Anyways, so there you go. Thanks for looking at those. But you can go check out her YouTube channel as well. She's, she actually just got 1,000 followers as well. Anyways, so, but nice to see you, Sandra. Welcome in. Okay, so thank you for looking at those. Let's see what else I want to show you. How about, this is a really, really lovely necklace. Look at the beautiful, this is sterling silver. I have tested it. I love just the dimension of, that hook clasp there. It's curved, It does have marks in there for sterling, and those extra beads are sterling as well. But these are all natural pearls, and you can... I love looking at all of the bracelets you wear on your wrist. Oh, thank you. This one's a neat one. It's one of those that, it's oh God, no, I'm not going to remember the name of it, where they carve it into the bracelet. There's a name for it. Oh goodness, you're going to tell me. Usually thank you. Yes, scarab. Usually I see it with multiple different colors, like all the quartz, aventurine and, carnelian and amethyst as well. But this is the first time I'd ever actually seen one where it was all amethyst. Oh, Emily, I'll go check out your pre-bid. We'll do it next. Oh, thank you, Emily. That's so sweet. That's awesome. Well, my friends are funny because, a lot of times they'll say the sound of my voice sometimes. And really with a lot of people who do online things, it's very ASMR. It can relax people, put them to sleep. And I don't take offense to my friends saying, yeah, I fall asleep too, listening to you. My friend Felicia tells me about how she'll go put her PJs on, be wearing her pearls and be laying in bed watching, so that's fun. Anyways, so these are beautiful. These are just faceted glass, but they're kind of this briolette style, I guess, as you would describe that, coming to these lovely authentic pearls. So if you gently, ever so gently move them together, you'll feel that, grittiness, okay? And so let me see if I can get this going here. Sometimes the glass wants to turn a way that I don't want it to turn. Ha. There we go. So there you go. And of course you have the beautiful clasp on the back. Okay. All right, let me pull that one up and we can run it. It's a beautiful necklace. I think unique, probably artisan made, and sterling silver clasp there. Welcome in, Dog Days Vintage. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull this one up. Here it is. Okay, yeah, this is an amazing price because it's got a sterling silver clasp. But again, this is glass pearl, and it's a $15 start for anyone interested in that necklace. It's lovely. We've got 10 seconds left. There's your clasp. Trying to make it so it will focus for us. Thank you so much for looking. Okay. All right. This is a neat bracelet. You can see it's got, mother of pearl, dyed mother of pearl inlay. So I guess this is like pink. This is more kind of purple, teal, blue. And then I think this is more like a peachy salmon color. But you call this clasp, let me pull this up. It's called a pin hinge, I think. And I'll show you how it opens and closes. Definitely old. I'm just trying to pull it up here. It's 7.5 inches. And I have an amazing price on this. I think I have a $9 start on this. So you see, so, and then you push the hinge in like that. Okay. So, and it's got some really nice kind of embossed details you can see there on the brass part of the bracelet. But a starting bid of $9 and the auction is running now. I think that's a lovely bracelet. And Emily agrees. She likes it. She likes it. And again, it's kind of 5 different colors. It just slightly changes, I think, from pink to purple to teal to blue to salmon. Dog Days is in for 10. Thank you for your bid. All right. Congratulations. That is heading to you. That's a great deal. I hope you get to enjoy that for yourself, or maybe you're doing it as a gift. Either way, it's coming to you. Thank you so much. Let me get your name on this. I do progressive shipping. So today is the last day of 3 days in a row of shows. I got to get everything shipped out because we have to ship in 3 days, within 3 days or whatever. So everything's going to ship out tomorrow. But if you bought in any of shows earlier this week, obviously it's all going to kind of merge together, progressive shipping wise, so you can benefit from that. Hopefully this bag was big enough. I might have to get a bigger bag. We shall see. Will it fit? Oh, it fits. Okay. So there you go. Thank you so much. All right. So I'm going to keep going here. What do I want to grab next? Let's see here. Okay. So this is a really neat necklace. I can't exactly say how old it is. I do believe that's opal glass. Welcome in Vintage by Cindy. It is glass. Looks like opal. It's not actual authentic opal, but we call it opal glass. Beautiful kind of antiqued brass in color, filigree pieces. They're slightly curved. You can see it there. And then we have some metal tassels there that are filigree capped, as you see it there, coming up to, a brassy gold tone chain and a vintage spring ring clasp. So a longer necklace. You can see it all the way down there. It's very nice. And, and let me pull this up first of all, but then I want to show you the back of it. I really do feel like obviously the spring ring clasp is a hint that it could be older, but anybody can replace a spring ring clasp. So that's not the end all be all of the determination of the age of it. But when we look at the back here of these kind of, filigree panels, if you would, they look older to me. I don't know. It just, but I just don't know the age, but I think it's lovely. And so there it is. And I am starting the auction now. It's a $16 start, a beautiful necklace. I love it personally. I just kind of like dainty things. It's kind of my style. In what I enjoy. Everyone has different color preferences. And again, that is opal glass right in there as you see it. Okay. So thank you for looking at that. Okay. See what else I want to bring you. All right. I just have some simple earrings here. Now, At first, when I looked at these, I thought that the silver panels were there on purpose like that. But now, as I look at these earrings, which look to be in really, really good condition, look at the condition of the back. The amount that's on the right is different than the amount that's on the left, but the things are in the same space, which makes me feel like those were just things that fell out. And I thought at first they were just part of the earring like that. But now that I see that, I'm not going to bring that to sell. I don't want to bring you that item with that. But I do have another pair of enameled earrings here, kind of like door knocker, if you will. Here's the back. Gold tone looks great. Clip back looks good, but we have black and kind of teal enamel, and you might call this door knocker, you might call this reticulating, whatever. I think I have a $3 start on these. They are in excellent condition, and they are about 2 inches in length. So let me go delete this item first of all. Delete. I didn't want anyone to pre-bid on them if they're damaged. Okay. Yes, I was correct. This is a $3 start. They are in excellent condition, as you see, and a little bit of movement. And then here is the construction of the back. Oh, yes. Sorry. I'll do it next. I'm so sorry. I forgot. I'll do it next. Yes. In exactly 7 seconds. Emily, I'm so sorry. Yes, let me go get it. All right. I got distracted. Okay. Oh, yes, those are beautiful. Very dainty, very small, but you will like them. Emily, let's see here. They're right here. I did test them for sterling. I couldn't find a mark for sterling, but I did test them, and they are. I test them with my acids. Hold on. Let me take a closer look, see if maybe it's written somewhere that I couldn't see earlier. Oh, it is. It's written on the side right there. But I was looking on the inside. Anyways, so they're really little, as you see. They do have some prong set kind of stones in there. I did test those with my gem tester to see if they might be a gemstone. That's but they are prong set. They're not glued in, but they might just be like a glass. Anyways, but a nice little color, and they just snap in like that. Okay. You can hear them snap. Okay. So a $6 start on those. The auction is running now. And you would call these vermeil because there's a gold plate, not plating, there's a gold layer, usually a thicker layer than gold plating, that is over the sterling. Okay. And it tends to wear well. So very nice pair of dainty earrings. I like it. Yay, she says. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, Emily. Okay. All right. My little mini bag for you. You're good to go. Okay. So let's see what I want to bring next. I think what I'll do is I'll show you 2 different necklaces that look very similar, but are in fact very different. One is going to be a faceted crystal necklace that's clear, but has, oh, actually, no, let me not use that one. I'll use this one. This is not graduating. All of the facets on here are this. All the stones there are the same size, not the spacer stones, but it is faceted glass. This does not have an aurora borealis coating on it, or if it does, it is ever so slight. You can have sometimes sometimes the coating of AB can be kind of more significant than others. Oh, that's awesome. I love having you watch too. Great. And so, there's your extender, but this is heavy. This is crystal. And a lot of times they make kind of these necklaces similar to this that are faceted like this, but I can always usually tell the difference between them. I mean, crystal like this is glass, but this is a type of glass in that it has a little bit more lead weight in it. Like, crystal has lead in it, and that it just makes it a little bit heavier, which in turn makes the way it hangs on a neck, especially if it's strung well, it lays well. So I'm going to show you real quick if I can get this hooked. On hold on. On the silver hook clasp, it, come on, buddy. It shows, I don't know if where, I mean, you can see it's like a little darkening. It's really not uncommon with a lot of these older necklaces. Okay. So that is beautiful. It is stunning. It's, a kind of necklace that's kind of like a classic necklace that you can wear with everything. But this is made of glass. Okay. So this necklace, I have, let me go in. I literally have an $11 start on it, which is a really good price. So let me move that to stage. Classic, could be worn with anything. So that auction is running now for beautiful. And you can see close up the facets. Okay. You got 10 seconds left. Okay. So I'm showing you that one because it looks very similar to the next necklace that I'm going to show you, which is not crystal at all. So this necklace, a little bit different in that it is also got faceted stones here, but it's on a chain, which a lot of times can be a sign of, a little bit more quality in some of these necklaces. Sometimes the chains there can actually be, welcome in, Lisa, can actually be sterling. This particular one is not, nor is this clasp. This clasp is, you can see it's got some brassy tones, but the filigree topping there, that's the part people see. It looks great. So it's fine that this necklace has extra space in there because it just means that, as it's, they're supposed to be made that way, just like the one I showed you, the black one earlier, because as you wear it around your neck and things, it fills up more space than when it's spread out. Okay. So you can see these beads look very similar, but this in fact is not made of glass at all. This is made of quartz. And so on my gem tester, I'm not going to get it out. I already tested all of these, but it does go up to quartz, which glass does not, obviously. And this is what we call rock crystal. It's not actually crystal at all. It's clear quartz. And in this case, it's quartz that has been faceted. Way more valuable than a glass, necklace of similar. Now, this is a smaller, shorter quartz. Rock crystal necklace, which is also known as clear quartz. Let me show you. It lays really beautifully on the neck. There you go. But that is, in fact, a gemstone. Okay, so beautiful. How do you tell the difference from glass and quartz? Because of it's not in the same spot on the Presidium Lori. Actually, glass is much lower where the needle falls. Quartz is, I'm going to show you here. I don't have my Presidium on. I don't actually have the pen there. But let me come in really close here. Let me get something to point with. If I tested this necklace, which is my crystal necklace, this is just regular glass crystal. It might move in the glass arena just a little bit, but that will stay in the glass. Rock crystal, which is a type of quartz. If you see the very bottom line here, it says quartz, amethyst, citrine. Amethyst and citrine are both types of quartz, okay? And it falls in a complete different area. So that needle would come up here, okay? So, those of us resellers, obviously want to be careful and we want to sell what we say we're selling. And so we have to be very thorough and check all those things. And so, I always check the crystal necklaces. If they're plated, if they have an AB coating on them, I don't usually test them because you're not going to put an AB coating over rock crystal. Or I don't believe you are, but, in this case, this was clear. and so is this. And so I definitely tested both of them. So that is how you tell. They, in fact, um, so yes, and it can be a range, exactly. And I've mentioned before that when you're using a gem tester, whether it's a Presidium or, I also have my, my other one, was my backup gem tester I got, that all of them it's gonna be a range, so it's gonna be, somewhere within that range of the black line. But look at all the other gemstones that also fall there. You know what I mean? And so you have to use other characteristics about those gemstones in order to determine what they are. Like I know amethyst is a type of quartz. You can see it's there in the same kind of space there. But I also know that, there are certain other gemstones that can come in purple as a color. So you have to sort of pay attention. I know that, for example, you can get jadeite that can be purple. And that actually tests usually a little bit higher. The needle would come up to about there. But yeah, so the gem tester is not a tool that you just, use your needle and put it on there and you have the answer. You don't. You have a piece of information that you can use to join with other information in order to make a decision. So that's the best I can say that. I'm sure my friend Jen, who may still be in this, who is actually a gemologist, she would probably say something similar to that. But because she's so smart, yeah, go follow Jen also on YouTube. It's Jen's Finds. Super knowledgeable. But she would probably have like 5 other things of this stuff that she would teach me about how those were different as well. So there's your little lesson. A little rock quartz on the left, clear, which is a clear quartz. I'm sorry, rock crystal, which is a clear quartz. Yes, it's helpful to know about gemstones and properties. Yes. And you agree, just as I say, Jen, that the Presidium or a gem tester is not going to tell us exactly, it's going to get us into a range. Yes, we'll do a show together. That's right. It's going to get you in a range. And then, you have to use the other information, So rock crystal, which is a clear quartz on the left. And then that is faceted crystal, which is a glass with lead in it, makes it a little heavier on the right. The one on the left is way more valuable. So I'm going to run that one on the left. I've been gabbing here, but they are definitely more valuable. I know my friend Jen has an outstanding one that I just saw today in her show that is like super long. And, when you start getting into bigger crystals, size-wise, especially when you're talking about gemstones and natural stones, then the value is going to increase. And especially when you also have necklaces that are sorry, I'm just pulling this up. So I'm going to move this to stage. When you have shapes of cut beads that are unique, it makes it. So if you can find Gems Jen Fine, you see how she's watching us from YouTube? You guys can see her in our chat. So you can go find her on YouTube, but go find me too. I think Laura, you probably just followed me, but you can find her as well. She's got lots of great info to share. And she's not answering you because people who watch on YouTube cannot see our chat. So she sees that I'm saying, hey, by the way, someone's asking about where to find you. And I'm answering the question for her because she doesn't actually see you guys chatting. That's why, Jen, you got to go get yourself it's free. Just go sign up on District and you can come over and join us in the chat. There you go. And then you can see everybody's comments. So I'm starting the auction now. It's a $42 start. Again, this one is more valuable. It's on a chain. And that is, in fact, a rock crystal, which is a clear quartz. Beautiful necklace. Very classic. Definitely vintage. And a statement piece for sure, especially when you know it's kind of one of those things that when you know you got like the really nice piece, you just want to keep putting your hand up around your neck and touch it and go, I love it. I love it. So there's your little lesson of the day. All right. So let me see what else I can find for you. All right. How about these? These are just a hi everyone on District. Yes, so that's on YouTube. So you know how Jocelyn also has a YouTube channel. You know, I started off in YouTube before I ever came to District. You know, but I never, you know, never did really sales. I didn't do live shows or anything on. I would do, you know, I would post videos and that sort of thing. So, anyways, beautiful. These are I think that they are a glass faux pearl. And I know that because they feel a little bit heavier. Vintage by Cindy. Welcome in. But I don't know. I really love that little, you know, green touch around. This is just a cluster earring. It's a twist back. It's old. You can see the kind of bronzy look on the back there. And let me pull these up. And I have a $4 start on these. So I'm going to run those now. If you're interested in some little cluster faux pearl, and you can see the age on the back, y'all, as well. You can see a little bit of glue. I don't know, maybe on the edge there. I don't think most people would notice it. It's a nice earring. So looks like that's going to go home with Tooth Fairy. So thank you for your bid. And here I'm going to get you a little closer even. How's that? So with some green on there. Could be a good Christmas earring. But those are definitely older. You can see, you know, by the age on the back and stuff. So thank you for that. I just pulled a bag out and out came 5 bags. And they just fell all over the floor. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Okay. Hillbilly Mama, welcome in. Hello, hello. We're just checking out just a jewelry haul and running some auctions and talking about jewelry and asking questions and sharing our knowledge and all those great things. And I'm going to say this, I say it every time. You know, I am not a professional. I love vintage jewelry. There are a lot of very knowledgeable sellers here on Knickknacks that have lots of great knowledge. I'd like to think I'm one of them, but there's so much to learn out there, and you never stop learning. And so you know, I love that about jewelry, or just about resale in general. You know what I mean? But I like also the, you know, kind of jewelry community where we can help each other. You know what I mean? All right, so let's do this beauty. This is actually a made in Japan necklace. I'm a jewelry maker myself. Oh, perfect. Yes. And so I bet you use a lot of beautiful, you know, natural stone beads and, you know, all the findings, some maybe precious metals, some maybe more like a brassy or antique tone. But with being a jewelry maker, you're also probably a very good jewelry fixer, repairer, but it is a fun way for you to pull in like creative. You get your creative juices flowing. Look at this beauty. So it is in fact marked Japan right there on the hook, and it has some beautiful mother of pearl, you know, beads there. I mean, that are, you know, spaced out. It is graduating, so it does get bigger as we go down. And so not counting the extender, let me go in and find this necklace real quick. But not counting the extender, this is, I think, 17 inches. We've got a couple inch extender here that looks like that, okay? So let me put it up here on the neck for you so you can get a look. But I don't know. This, for a mother of pearl necklace, I think this is lovely. And I was actually surprised it was a made in Japan piece. So very nice. I'm starting the auction now. It's a $15 start on this. Beautiful. Cold, heavy. This is natural. So you should be able to put that up to your cheek and you'll feel it, versus an acrylic kind of faux bead. I mainly upcycle silverware. Oh, I have bought jewelry that, are you talking about like the gold plated silverware? Like Rogers, silver plated, whatever jewelry. And, I've bought lots of spoon rings. And I've seen bracelets that were made from silverware, as well as I've actually seen some people do some really interesting things with mainly silver plate, okay, with forks where they curve the thing. I don't know. It's obviously there are people who have that talent, which I'm impressed. So that's awesome. I will definitely go follow you. I might already follow you, but I got to go check out your stuff. So thank you for letting me know that. Here's a pair of nice art glass silver tone dangle earrings. But you can see the lovely colors in there. We've got a lovely kind of embossed silver tone bead there. Sorry. But look at the great colors in that bead. Okay. Love it. And I think this, let's see what the start is on this. Yeah, this is a $6 start. So I'm moving it to the stage now. Yes. Yes, we do need to catch up. I will touch base with you. Maybe we can talk tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of shipping. So I'm going to be sitting around working on that, but I can have you and we can do like a FaceTime or something. I would love that. So I'm running these now. These are on hooks, silver tone. And yeah, but they're glass, so they're heavier. And the auction's running now. We have about 12 seconds left. And I know, Jen, you're looking forward to your break. You'll probably only have a few more shows before you're heading on your trip. So that's exciting. I know you've got, I know you're going to spend some nice time with your husband and that sort of thing. So, okay. Well, let me show you a real stunner. I literally, won this on, a bit. I won it as an auction. Look at this beautiful Millefiori Murano Venetian glass bead necklace. You can see the vintage twisting barrel clasp there. And all the times when you're maybe looking at Millefiori beads, they don't always have copper in it. A lot of times it's just that. But this has some extra added details in these. You can see they've got the filigree craps there. And in this case, sometimes you'll find hand knotting in these necklaces. In this particular necklace, it just has seed beads there in between. But like this is a graduating necklace. So these beads down towards the bottom, like those right there that I'm holding, are quite large, heavy. It's a piece of work. Oh, today was the last day. Well, yes, we'll definitely catch up. I knew it was coming. I couldn't remember when. So I will touch base with you for sure. All right. So, but pricey too. So I don't, I think I paid myself like $68 for this necklace. I won an auction because I know how valuable it is. It could sell for 3 times that. But let's see if I'm right. I'm not sure, but hold on one second. I can tell you. And it is very unlike me to pay that high amount for, a single item. But I knew that these were unique for sure. And hold on one second. Hold on. Yes, after it's all said and done, my shipping and tax and handling, it was $65. Whoa. But very well worth it to me, because I know the beauty. So if you're here and you're just enjoying looking at all the beautiful vintage jewelry, this is a stunner. It is a stunner. So yeah. So I think that necklace. Let me pull it up. Might be 18 or 20 inches. Oh, it looks like it's 18 inches. This is the most expensive start I have tonight. Some necklaces similar to this are going for, high hundreds into the 200s. But I realize it's not necessarily going to be something someone purchases tonight, but it is running. It's $125 start on this. It is like beautiful. I love it. And I'm willing to pay for the beautiful, beautiful stuff. So there you go. Italian, Venetian, Murano glass. Millefiori is the style of the glass making where they have like all these kind of floor things. I think it's the way that they kind of cross section cut it or whatever. I'm probably butchering the description of that though, but ooh la la is what I got to say about that. So thank you for looking. Here is a lovely pair of sterling silver earrings, very dainty. Okay. These are an amethyst, bezel set amethyst, as well as like a Cabochon bezel set. I believe peridot. If it's not peridot, it will be another gemstone. It won't be glass. These earrings do have a mark on them, and I have acid tested them. SAW, SAW, and then of course they have 925 as well, which is on the back. They're a very dainty earring. Let's see here. They're probably just a little bit longer than an inch. Very pretty. So it's kind of hard to hold these in your hand and show them. See if I can figure out a way. Okay, I can kind of show them like that. How about that? How about them apples? Okay. So let me find this listing. Yeah, so these are more valuable. When I looked at other comps that for this brand SAW, earrings similar to this were like, I found like $48, $52. So I'm going to bring these for a $21 start today for anyone interested, and I'm moving them to stage. They are branded and have beautiful gemstones in there. Beautiful sterling silver earring. So for those of you who come and watch shows that I do a lot, that, a lot of times my shows are like unboxings. And so sometimes I didn't even start it. Sorry. Sometimes we'll have some fancier jewelry that we find. Like last night at the very end of my show, we actually found 14 karat gold broken necklace. It was like a religious pendant on it. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I could have easily just thrown it in the scrap block because it was broken. I thought it was gold tone, and we realized it at the last minute. But the kind of the jewelry that we'll find, there will be more costume jewelry. Still lovely things, but when I do these haul videos, it's definitely more significant, vintage, more valuable kind of things. But I still love showing this stuff. I do all of this kind of jewelry. It's not one just type, Look at these fun earrings. Talk about cha-cha heaven, right? These are, welcome in again, Joy. You can listen to it. These are a glass pearl. Hold on. I think. I gotta listen to them before I'll know. Those might be acrylic. I don't know. It's hard to say. They might be glass. But then we have all our faceted kind of amber glass with Aurora Borealis coating. But a fun cha-cha earring. And I think it has one longer dangle that hangs down in the center. You can see it there that has like a textured piece on it. So let's see if I can hold those in my hands without dropping them. But aren't those a fun? They're a party on your ears, right? So these are going to be an $8 start. And I am starting the auction now. Fun, fun, fun. Look at those. Very sparkly. Movement. I do. There are some that I'm showing today. I have a couple pairs of Murano micro mosaic earrings. One I already showed. One pair I already showed. I also have a micro mosaic bracelet and brooch set that I'm going to be bringing tonight. But I'll show you the earrings that I already showed earlier. They're, on hooks. You can find some micro mosaic jewelry that is welcome in yesterday's Jan Macy. Thank you for popping in and hanging out with us. Okay. So, some micro mosaic jewelry, isn't like Italian made. I feel like they're more made in, there's still glass that's, put in the mosaic thing, but they're usually like bigger pieces and they usually aren't signed. But a lot of, micro mosaic jewelry will often have the word Italy on it, which this is a silver tone one, but it's a beautiful micro mosaic one. And so these also are, I'm not sure if these earrings might have come with the set. I don't think these earrings are signed, but I don't question whether or not they're Murano. Very vintage. So I brought those earlier. So if you want me to rerun those, holler at me. Those are the only pierced Murano, micro mosaic ones I had tonight. But I also have, and I'll bring these next, these, micro mosaic filigree, kind of circle halo around it, like a frame. Now these are older, so you see some darkening and some of that bronzy, look how dark it gets. They're old. I mean, this is old stuff. Now it's functional, nothing wrong with them. They work just fine. But they definitely have the older look. And some people really appreciate that older look about their jewelry. But anyways, let's look a closer. No worries. But I'm going to run them for anyone else who might be interested. And so, yeah, those are, I like I don't often see that white color in micro mosaic. But if anyone's interested, those are, I think they're same start as the other one. I think the other one I had is 21. So I'm going to move those to stage and start the auction for anyone interested in those twist back micro mosaic earrings. But definitely when you pop in, take a look in the store. Yeah, that's right. Springtime for sure. I think that white color really makes it feel very spring. I agree with you. But definitely take a look in the store. You'll see some other things. And of course, I just showed this beautiful, gorgeous Millefiori, glass, Murano glass bead necklace. It is just stunning. It's the fanciest thing I am bringing tonight. Okay, so let me show you this. This was really interesting. When I first saw this, I can't remember when I picked this up. I thought it was one big necklace that was like double strand. I just assumed because there's so much going on here, right? This is all, in fact, kind of like a faceted square kind of glass. It's all glass, okay, kind of that olive green color. But what this is actually is two necklaces. So we have a shorter one and a longer one. And I didn't know. They do not have clasps on them. They're definitely vintage. Okay. Because I just tell from the glass. Now, I don't know if this could be, check glass or it could be, glass that's, that's a lot of times what I think of a lot of times with its old glass, but it could be, West Germany. I don't know. It's hard to say, but I can't say on this one, but I just think this set is a really unique. I think one of, this necklace, I think is 28 inches. Let's see, 25, let's say 24. Yeah, 28 inches on that one. And so you can obviously wear that one long. I'll show you the neck in just a second. This one's long enough that you could wear it long. I think this one's 38 inches. And it goes with this. Like, look, all of these are square with those little spacer beads. This one, it alternates and it's got square and then these kind of, geometric molded glass and then square and so you wear them together, but they coordinate with each other, if that makes sense, although they're slightly different. But you can, sorry, here, I'm trying to get this on the neck, and the neck's just not quite tall enough. I do have a really, here, I might even pull out the really, really, really long neck. Hold on. I'll have to move. This is really tall. But great when I'm trying to show long necklaces. Hold on. Okay, so there you go. So that's it where you're letting the long one hang. And that's, 38 inches, it's going down to your stomach or whatever. But you could also, double that one. Hold on one second. And, it can give you a slightly different look. The point is it's got variety. So you could double it and wear it like that, or you could make them the same size. It's just, choices, choices, choices. But this set is a $24 start for both of them. So I'm going to start the auction now for anyone who thinks those are as amazing as I do. But again, beautiful vintage glass and some variety in some of those shapes there. Very lovely. And I appreciate everyone taking a look at that. Don't think I need that big neck out for the rest of my stuff, but anyways. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Sparkle City, I know. These are larger rhinestones. They are all prong set. They're set in what's called couplings, and you can see kind of them there. A lot of the very old vintage necklaces are that are smaller, where you have like a long, like this. This is also called couplings. And it's that each of those individual spaces are actually prong set, every single one of them. And, it gives you some movement. This is the same thing, but much bigger. Okay. And a beautiful bracelet, silver tone. This is acrylic here, that kind of cabochon there. Yeah, so that I can't hold this thing and open it at the same time, but it opens like that, just a box clasp. Okay. And here, let me see if I can put it on my wrist and show you. Now, I already have a whole bunch of other stuff on, but isn't that a neat bracelet? It is not stretchy. It's, and it's decently small. I have a pretty small wrist, and it works for me. I wouldn't want it any bigger, but, So let me pull that up. A really lovely piece. Oh my wedding. I actually have 2 different rings. I'll tell you the story, but thank you. That's very sweet. I'll tell you the story. Let me find this bracelet real quick. As I'm wearing it on my wrist and enjoying it. sometimes jewelry just feels heavy. It's a good feeling. Where is it? Looking. Oh, here it is. Okay, this one's going to be a $16 start. But a significant bracelet, as you see. So again, all you do is push that down and it does it. This is the construction of the inside. So it's heavy. Like the width of it is like 1.25 inches. It's really quite lovely. And boy, you can see the sparkle there. And you don't have any dead stones. Dead stones just mean that all of these stones in here, they all are foil backed. So you never want to immerse this in water. Any stone that has a foil back, which most rhinestones do, because especially if they're vintage, that coating can start to come off and then the stone will darken and eventually get really like dark in color and it'll be what you call like a dead stone. But this looks perfect. So I'm going to run that for our beautiful bracelet. It is 6.5 inches box clasp. It's beautiful. It's perfect for New Year's Eve. It's just a party on your wrist. Could not be more pretty, and it's a great price. And thank you so much for looking. Okay. So, yeah, so when I got engaged years ago, we were older. I mean, my husband and I met at Georgia Tech, and I actually I didn't end up finishing at Georgia Tech because I think my other jewelry is not in here. I thought it was. Maybe I'll grab it real quick. Hold on. I'm going to go grab it. Hold on. Okay, sorry. Okay, so when we actually got engaged, he was actually in law school at Georgia. He's an attorney, and the neat story about my normal wedding ring, it's emerald cut or whatever, diamond. Obviously, it's platinum, but we didn't have any money. I mean, we're poor, I'm a teacher. I've taught obviously many, many years. But I was teaching in the classroom at the time. We had no kids. And what he did to be able to buy my wedding ring is he sold his Harley Davidson motorcycle. And which is a great story. Because obviously he's a poor college student. And he had built that Harley Davidson kind of from scratch. Sometimes people do builds of motorcycles where they'll get like a Harley engine or whatever different parts and then mash it together. It wasn't like one that he had bought off the thing. It was one that he put in heart and soul into it. But, that's how he paid for it. So he would always make the joke that if you get up really, really close, you can almost hear the engine. That's what he'd always say. So anyways, obviously, for wearing jewelry, that ring does really well if I'm wearing like silver tone jewelry. And I know people wear different colors. I wear silver and gold quite often in color tone. This is actually a plum gold one, but so I wore this ring as my only wedding ring for years. And then a couple years ago for Valentine's Day, my husband got me this other ring that you had mentioned that I had been telling him I want to have another, ring that, you can call it an anniversary ring or whatever that I can wear on my, when I'm not wearing silver tone, I can wear gold tone. This one's only 10 karat. So it's got, it's not, like I said, the other one's platinum. So, as you get higher up in the percentage of gold, it gets more yellow looking. So it is, but inside, let's see, I believe, I mean, I'm looking, yes, he engraved our wedding date, July 21st, 2001. So that's something that's also way written. You can't see it. I can't zoom up in here very well, but it is written in there, you know, our wedding date. So now and he always knew I liked vintagey kind of styles. So, you know, you could put lotion on, they get dirty and yucky, and you always try to keep them clean. But anyways, that's my gold version. So that's my story. So, yeah, here's the motorcycle. Very sweet. So let's see what else I can bring you. This is a nice piece. All gold tone. Let's see what you said here. What I'm afraid of that it's too small. Oh, you mean on the bracelet? Oh, it might be. Yeah. It does. Yeah. And this is one that doesn't stretch, if that's what you were commenting on. It is a beauty though. And then he did good. He seems more like you. Thank you. That's very sweet. And it's like obviously an oval, diamond on that one with a whole bunch of little filigree details, and all of these are teeny little diamonds, but a little main one there. So, anyways, so here's a beautiful. If you want to call it a station necklace, that just means where you have like a repeated pattern over and over again throughout a necklace. So these are a whole bunch of different geometric shapes, but they're like little filigree stations, textured chain to another station, textured, and it just keeps going and going. It does have a spring ring clasp. It is vintage. But again, if you look really closely there, you'll be able to see the texture on that chain. I think about the only place that I see any wear on this might be, slightly where the jump rings or whatever they connect are rubbing together, because over time it eventually loses its gold. But no one would notice that. Like, it's really in great condition. So this necklace is great for layering. Let me pull it up here. It's 52 inches long. And I'll show you here on the neck. And I'm just going to double it for the sake of showing you. But you get the idea. And it's doubled on there now. Welcome in, Savvy Style. But a really beautiful vintage layering piece. So it's a looks like $9 start on that. And I'm starting the auction now. So, obviously goes with lots of things. A nice neutral jewelry piece. Welcome in, Dr. J. Welcome in. So thank you for looking at that vintage necklace. Okay. Let's see what I want to show you next. How about some natural stone? Here we have some beautiful jasper. There's lots of different types of scrum. Welcome in. Thanks for hanging out with us. Savvy Style, welcome in. Jasper as well as agates are both considered to be types of quartz. So on the gem tester, that's where they will fall, is they will fall in the quartz area. But a lot of people always ask the question about, well, you hear people say agate versus, jasper. Well, agate, in fact, is a stone that is opaque, which means light cannot pass through it. And so I guess officially that's probably not a jasper, because light can slightly pass through it, just the littlest bit. I'll pull out another one. This one is definitely a jasper. There's not going to be any light going through that. You see, it's like an eclipse, okay? True jasper. So this one might, because you see some light does pass through these, okay? So I think in my listing, I might have put that one as a jasper, but it might be an agate instead. I just proved it to myself. Just a quick, easy way that you can tell the difference between them. But of course, they have to also test as a quartz or in that range. So this particular bracelet is sterling silver. We got a very tarnished lobster claw clasper, and then those little extender rings are also sterling. I checked all of them. And hold on, I'm just checking this stone here. Yeah, this one, I think I might lower the price on it because it, I believe it was a jasper. It has to go up high enough, and it's not going up high enough on my gem tester. I believe it's a natural stone, but I can't say for sure that that one is jasper, so I may change the price. Let me see the in-between ones. Yeah, no, the middle, the little spacer ones are definitely like glass or another gemstone that doesn't go up as high, which some of them don't go up as high. It's possible. So I'm going to change the price on that one, and we're not calling it a jasper. We're going to maybe, I mean, officially I could just, it might be some side of possibly glass. I don't know. Unknown natural stone. So let me edit this listing. Okay. Yeah, so I updated it and I lowered the price. It is sterling silver. I do know that. So so I just said unknown natural stone. But anyways, this is 7 3/4, beautiful bracelet, and it's a $14 start for anyone interested in that. And you can see, obviously, this is tarnished. There. And thank you very much for looking at that. All right, let's keep going. Okay, here is a pair of some, AB faceted, clear rhinestone clip back earrings. You can see how old they are and the construction of it on the back. They're old. Rivet construction back there. But, these are unbranded, but just a AB faceted cluster earring, that would go with something like this, okay. All right, so let me pull up this listing. I know a lot of people out there wear pierced as well as clip-on earrings. Some people find clip-on earrings to be quite comfortable. And some people can't stand the feel of it because they feel like it's, either going to fall off or that it really hurts their ears. You know what I mean? All right, these are a $5 start, and I'm starting the auction now. And there they are in all their loveliness. So I appreciate y'all looking. All right, thanks so much. All right, what do I want to do next? How about some beautiful pearls? All right, so these are in fact natural pearls. You call them like let me pull up the listing here, like a button pearl. It's flat on one side and rounded on the other. You see that? They are a freshwater style pearl, but look at the luminescence in this. Beautiful. They are authentic pearls. They're not Akoya pearls, but they're beautiful. They have hand, let's see, are they hand knotted? I thought they were. I might be wrong. Oh, they are, but you can't see all the hand knotting because some of them are so small that they almost go into the space in there. But size wise on those beautiful pearls, we're looking at like the width of them, that is. They vary. They're not all the same. I don't know, maybe about 11 millimeters. So the way you can tell the difference between a faux pearl that's acrylic versus a faux pearl that's glass or a real pearl is glass faux pearls as well as real pearls are going to be heavy and cold. So these are definitely heavy and cold. But then the way you tell the difference between a faux glass pearl and an authentic pearl, doesn't matter what type of pearl, just any type of pearl, you would be able to do just a very light, don't do it hard, but you should feel some grittiness when you rub two pearls together. Some people will do that on their teeth. It is a strategy. You could do that as well, but you don't have to. You can do it that way. And so that's what it was. But this strand is beautiful. It's got a hook. It's called a fish hook clasp there. And this is actually gold filled, 12 karat gold filled. It's marked on the side there. Just a beautiful, vintage, sorry, I'm putting this up on the neck. Filigree clasp there. So there are those pearls. They're beautiful. I'm going to start the auction now. That's a $25 start on them. They're pretty big pearls for pearls. I have another set of pearls I'm bringing you tonight that are smaller. But that one is a really good deal. And I appreciate you guys looking. Okay. All right. I have a few rings to bring tonight. I did show one earlier, that smoky quartz one, but this one is really it's a sterling silver ring. You can see it's textured there. And where, all those marcasites. Those marcasites are not prong set. They're glued in. But they're not missing any. I guess people in sterling silver jewelry, you can see some marcasites are prong set. Some of them in sterling silver jewelry are glued in, and that's just how they make them. So if you look on the inside, there is marks for sterling. I have acid tested this. Welcome in. And this particular ring, I think, is like a 5 and maybe a 5 and a, I don't know. I got to pull it up. 5 3/4, maybe, from my recollection. Oh, 5 1/4. So I have a good starting bid price on this. It's a $12 start, but it's just a little filigree. I mean, it's a marcasite, so it's going to have that look of it's much darker, as well as this is tarnished. Okay, but all of them are there. So I am starting the auction now on that. So it's kind of like a geometric sterling silver ring there. My batteries are dying in my little magnifying glass. I can't wait for, thank you for looking at that, guys. I can't wait. I have like 5 months left on my phone to where I can go get a trade up to a new phone because I want to be able to get a phone that has one of those macro lenses where it does a wide lens when you get really close. Because here, when I get really close, it just stays blurry. It doesn't like switch. It switches from here, but on some of the newer phones, it will let you get really close, which it drives me crazy that I can't. So then I sit there and I use that magnifying glass, but it's battery driven, and half the times the battery's running out on it. You know what I mean? So, all right. So here's a cool, very heavy vintage textured link chain. I can't even express how heavy this is. Now, those aren't it's not like double link. It's each of the links themselves are textured. Anyways, so let me see. Can't remember how long it is. 27 inches. It is just gold tone. It's not marked with anything. It does have a vintage spring ring clasp there, but a very simple, kind of classic, can be layered and worn. It sort of has a sort of matte silver tone to it. It is so heavy. It is really a lovely necklace. But that's a $14 start on that. And again, you can see all the texture going on that neat chain. So there is that. Thank you for looking at it. I didn't actually eat dinner. Okay. Oh, thank you. It's helpful when we're trying to look close up, but where it's not helpful is when the batteries start to go, and that's what's happening. But thank you. I got to do something. I need you guys to be able to see close up. Okay. So I got to get the batteries changed. Thank you for looking at that. Let's see what else I want to show you here. Okay, this is another really nice natural stone necklace. I'm actually not sure which stone this is because on my gem tester, it like doesn't go up to quite to quartz, which would then be like a jasper. It's lower than that, but I don't believe it's glass. But I can't say for sure because I'm, I know it's not, it's probably not quartz. It's test a little bit too low, but it's really nice constructed. Obviously cold, heavy, all those things. It's got some really lovely filigree caps on each of those beryl beads and some little spacer beads in between, twisting beryl clasp. And if you're a green wearer, then that's a nice necklace. So this one I was going to have is a $14 start. And I'm moving it to stage. And it is running. A nice contrast, I think. And so this is, I don't think I actually wrote the length of it, but it's probably closer to 20 inches, I am guessing. And Dog Days is in for 14. And it's almost like a tie-dye look about it there. It's possible it could be glass. It's at a minimum, but it definitely is not jasper or quartz because it doesn't fall under it. It does react on my gem tester slightly, but it's really nice. Very old, as you see there. Very nice necklace. So I think you will love it. Everybody has their favorite color or whatever. I don't know if green is yours, but it is perfect for Christmas, right? It's beautiful. Okie dokie. And Dog Days, your first name is, let's see here. Oh, I don't know. It's not in there. But I know you probably love dogs. You can share your name if you'd like, if you're comfortable. All right, here we go. There's a friend of mine who's I'm on YouTube as well, who has a YouTube channel, and her dog is part of her logo as well. Oh, hi Sherry, nice to see you. And she makes him part of the logo, and she actually has shirts made up too. So she's a dog lover. But you're not the first person I've seen who has had yours name connected to it. So I love that. Okay, so we're plugging along. Let's look at this micro mosaic set. Again, this is a set. So it comes with, micro mosaic silver tone kind of linked bracelet here. And obviously you can see close up there, all individual glass. Now this, a lot of times the Italian micro mosaic jewelry is, brass kind of gold tone. But this This is also Italian made. It is signed. You can see it on that one. It says Italy. Okay. It just happens to be a silver tone. It's just a different look. I love the little blue, little center ones there as we go around, but it's not missing any of its pieces. It is a box clasp that you see right there. It's lovely. And then perfectly matches it is the brooch. This is not sterling silver. Again, you have the mark for Italy. And then this has a safety clasp closure there. Filigree details. Just stunning. Here we got a whole bouquet of flowers. Isn't that beautiful? All right. So, those of you who know and love micro mosaic jewelry know it is not, it's a quality and valuable style of jewelry. So I know this won't be everyone's price point, but it's fun to look at it. I'll run it anyways in case let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. But this is a $79 start. That's for both pieces. Again, Italian, it's signed Italy, and it's beautiful. So I'm going to start the auction there. Isn't it gorgeous? It's just fun to look, I tell you. Very, very nice. Okay, thank you for looking there. All right, what else do we got here? Here's another pair of earrings. Just basic, kind of textured, embossed. I guess it kind of reminds me, is that a sand dollar? I don't know. Maybe? I don't know. I'm not an ocean person, although details. That's the gold tone on the back's a great condition. I do not see a brand, but they are clip back, and you can see it has some dimension there. But they're probably about the size of a quarter, I would say. Okay, so looking like that. And these are a $4 start. So I'm starting the auction now on those. And thank you so much for looking. Okay, very nice, very nice. Okay, I guess we'll take a little peek here at this triple strand, rhinestone necklace. Sometimes these have been crunched into, boxes and things. You just have to give it a little bit of shifting around to get it on the neck and to get it to lay straight. But it is graduating in that these crystal beads. Hey, oh, how nice. That's so sweet. Hope, did you raid me? That's so nice. Oh, my goodness. Well, we, let's all look at sparkles. We're in the middle of looking at this awesome faceted crystal bead necklace. A lot of bling for, any celebratory time that you might have. But what I was saying is, again, it's got, this one is just a etched kind of, I don't know what you call that piece. Who knows? What do you call that piece on a necklace where you connect all the connections? So anyways, there you go. So let me put it up on the neck. This is not branded, but it can be arranged anywhere from, let's see what I had it as. Hold on, let me look for it. This triple strand necklace, 14 to 16 inches. Beautiful. All right, so, so important how a necklace hangs. We don't need to put necklaces on and then that are all crimpy and bendy in weird ways. You want it to lay well. So anyways, that lays well. And yeah. So we will start the auction for that one. And I don't know where all of you guys are watching from, but I'm from Pittsburgh, and we are sitting here with a lot of snow on the ground. We probably got 3 or 4 inches last night, and I honestly hadn't. My husband's been out of town the last few nights. Uh, I hadn't even looked at he pays attention to the weather way more than I do. And I just woke up this morning and I was surprised to find, but we've had such mild winters lately that, I don't know. I guess I wasn't prepared for it to just be that this morning. All right, let's keep going. I have a really lovely, this is abalone. You can see all these little shells here. These are sterling silver, uh, extender there and lobster claw clasp. I've tested all of that as I tested it. But this is a very dainty. It's asymmetrical, which means both sides aren't exactly the same. But lots of natural tones and like deep golds. I really like this necklace. Very my style. Let me pull it up real quick. Yeah, and even with I have a $12 start on this one. Great price with it also being sterling silver. So I am running that. That is so nice. I hope you had a good show, Hope. I pop in there and I watch you sometimes. Well, you often do. Oh, you're near Madison, Wisconsin. Oh, I know. I have a friend. Thank you for looking at that necklace. Who is Huron District as well. I don't know if any of you have been to her shenanigans. Her name's Granny's Vintage. She sells Huron knickknacks as well. But she lives in Wisconsin, and she's been telling me about how this big snow is coming, and she's older and she lives alone. So I know when we get those big snow days, they can be probably overwhelming sometimes for them. So 12 inches. Woo. Now in Wisconsin, when you get 12 inches of snow, does the city shut down, or are they fully functional? Because the city has all the driving trucks and they can clear the roads and everyone goes to school and no one goes and raids the grocery stores or anything like that. Because in Atlanta, I used to live in Atlanta. I went to high school there, raised my kid. I have 3 kids, but they're all empty. I'm empty nester now. But, when they would get snow in Atlanta, the whole city would shut down. Like they didn't know how to function. Like they'd go and if we were going to have a dusting of snow, they would go and buy all the milk and bread from the shelves. And they don't honestly in Atlanta have the machinery to clear the roads. So when they do get it, Appleton, Wisconsin, you're open too with all of that. Lots of snow. It's beautiful. But you see, when you have, like in Pittsburgh here, when you have cities, I know Jocelyn lives in Pennsylvania. I think she's more towards the mid to eastern part of the state, but she also, I saw her on her coffee chat this morning. They also got lots of snow. But these Pennsylvania cities are used to it. They have all the trucks. Wisconsin cities, and nothing changes. Everyone still goes to school. Everyone still, it's same business, continuation, so. All right. This is actually Pandora, and the sign, the mark that you'll find in a Pandora jewelry is ALE. And so that, in fact, is what's marked on the inside of this sterling silver ring. And from the research I did, it says ALE S925. And from the research I did, I believe that this ring is called Faith, because I think if you look real close up, it's kind of like interlocking fish almost, but a continuation. It ends up just being a pattern. But I think a lot of that symbol of like that fish often is used with religious. So I'm pretty sure I had done some research on it, and that's what I found. What's in there though is not a gemstone. It's like a creamy kind of like glittery something. I'm not sure, but it's Pandora. Still valuable. They make beautiful jewelry. I believe this is also a 5 1/4, which is about my ring size. And so for Pandora, this is a great price. I'm going to do an $18 start on this sterling silver ring. And yes, in fact, it's called Faith stackable ring. So that's what you find when you look at it. But again, we could look close up there. And yeah, so you get an idea. It fits me exactly, actually. So there you go. So thank you for looking. That went fast. I was gabbing too much. Okay. All right. How about these beauties? Woo. Probably made in Mexico. They have been acid tested. They are sterling silver. They are, in fact, marked sterling on the back, which kind of gives you an idea of their age. And they're going to be older. And obviously abalone. Now, abalone is now you can't harvest it for jewelry any longer. So the value of abalone jewelry is going to go up and up and up, and you're going to see it's going to be harder and harder to find it because I guess it was an environmental decision or whatever. But these are beautiful, kind of it's got like design around the outside. It's, I don't know, kind of makes me think of a picture frame. But they are twist back. So this is what they're looking like on the back. So they go in the ear like that. Let's see. Yes, like that. So thank you for looking. I guess I already ran it. Did I? Oh, no, that was the necklace. Hold on. Let me pull up the earrings. I had an abalone necklace right before it. Yeah, these are a $28 start. And the auction is running now. Beautiful. Beautiful. I got to make it out to Wisconsin. I've been through Wisconsin. Hey, welcome in. Where my daughter's a competitive figure skater, and and all across the country we're driving competitions, and I've definitely gone over. Maybe I've even driven through Wisconsin, but I don't think that was my final destination. But I actually know a lot of people who live over there. So, okay, what do I need to show you next that I haven't? Let's see here. I have another pair of very dainty, possibly made in Mexico. I'm not sure. It's not labeled as that. Welcome in Sky Mountain. I think that's what that stands for. These are, it's very hard to see because they're so dainty. We've got some bezel set lapis lazuli, as well as mother of pearl inlaid. It's hard for you to see it. Frosty Tea, welcome in. But you can see the inlay in there. Okay. They are sterling silver. I have tested them. Now, when you're looking at stones that are blue, sometimes people are like, oh, I don't know. Could that be sodalite? Could that be lapis lazuli? And then obviously you can have some jaspers that will be blue tone. But one of the sure tell signs of knowing if you have lapis lazuli is you will see little gold flecks in there. It doesn't have to be a ton. And sometimes lapis lazuli isn't like a solid blue with gold flecks. You'll have some white bits in there as well. There's definitely a big variation in color. But when I look under my loupe, I definitely can see little bits of gold flecks. So I know that's lapis lazuli. So a nice dainty little pair of earrings, if that's your style. And let's see here. These are a $9 start, which for a sterling silver earring, that's a great price. So that is running. Sky Mountain is in for $9. And again, you can see that kind of inlay, just like two stripes. And we got 5 seconds left. It's kind of like an upside down pear that it dangles from there. But ooh, yay. So it looks like that's going home to you. They will have sterling silver backs that will come with them. You can see them there. So thank you so much for that. And like I said, I should look on the post. I have acid tested these. I know they're sterling but I don't know. They might also have a mark. You don't always have marks for sterling on sterling. And there's plenty of things that are marked sterling that are not. And I know Jocelyn I think it's a fabulous thing she does where, her whole marketplace has, one of their guidelines is that if you have sterling silver jewelry, if you have marked jewelry that says 925, but then you acid test it and discover that it's not, that you don't sell it. And I think that's a fabulous idea. You just take it out of the rotation of jewelry. I don't know how people get away with this falsely marked jewelry, but this one's not. It's not marked, but it is sterling silver. So you will love those. All right. Where'd my pen go? All right. Thank you so much. Sky Mountain. Let me see if I can figure out your name. If I click on it, it might say your name. Jay Kaufman. Okay, Sky. Thanks so much. It's hard to get those teeny little bags open. Hey, welcome in. It's good to see you again. Welcome in Petals, as well as Jersey Deal, or some people I recognize. Thank you so much for that. Which is Renata. All right, so there is a lot of stuff in the store. So some of you I know kind of came with the raid. So if there's stuff down in the store, a lot of it I've already run. Today was a haul. So I knew when I was going to bring a lot of this jewelry. A lot of this ends up getting individually listed. But I like it to bring to a live sale first because I can have a little lower price points for people. But I am also fully aware that a lot of times this is a lot of more kind of showing of jewelry because they can be pretty pricey. But it's also an opportunity to learn a lot about some of the different types of jewelry and stones and, testing things and, identifying things. It's just fun to learn and talk about the jewelry. Now here is a gorgeous jasper. These are like square shaped. I don't know. That might be like an ocean jasper. I'm not sure, but it's got some beautiful kind of purpley burgundy colors in it. This is very heavy, very cold. Those are sterling silver beads in between, as well as a sterling silver clasp that has been tested. So let me pull this one up. This one is a $21 start. And it is 7 inches. So it's looking like that. It's gorgeous. It's heavy as well. Yeah, like, so for example, earlier I brought, this incredible Murano, Venetian as well. It's got some of the copper tones in it. It's just absolutely stunning. I have sold a lot of Murano glass, not more than just Millefiori, other necklaces as well, a lot of wedding cake beads and the sort. But this is one of the most unique ones I've seen in a long time. So stunning. So anyways, thank you for looking at that. We are getting closer and closer to, having gone through at least once most of these. I think there's maybe, what is that one? Did I not run it? I thought I ran that. Huh. Maybe I didn't. I'm running this again just because it looks like I didn't actually run it. But this was that Pandora size 5 1/4 stackable ring. It was an $18 start. ALE inside 95. It appeared I hadn't actually run it. I don't know what was going on with that. You know how you can go, for those of you that are resellers, you can go into your own store and then all the stuff that's already ran will kind of be towards the bottom. So then when you're looking for things in your show, the things that haven't run yet are up towards the top. So it's easier to find stuff. All right. So I've got this Germany faceted as well as molded glass linked long necklace coming in at about 54 inches. Now, this is very interesting because at first when I looked at this, I thought this little mottled, little patches of red in these beads was like intentional. These beads are like a molded bead. They're not perfectly round. You can see they have little kind of divots and dents, and that's just where they're made. And then these other ones in between are faceted glass there, and then it goes to more of those. But I thought it was like intentional. But then when I ended up looking closer with my loop, it's almost as if these at one point were like a red, had like a red paint over the glass. I mean, they are glass. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to make it look antique-y and vintagey by having, you know how sometimes furniture, they intentionally have it old. And I mean, this is glass. If they wanted it red, why wouldn't they have just made red glass? I don't understand the point of that paint unless it was intentional. I'm just not sure. But yeah, this necklace does in fact have a spring ring clasp. And if you look super close on one side, it does have the word Germany right there. So a lot of beautiful glass comes from Germany and West Germany. And this is a beautiful one that you can, in fact, ooh, you know, I'm going to twist this on the neck a little. I'm going to actually make it 3 times. I don't think you could get it around 3 times wearing it because, well, it has a clasp, so I guess there's a possibility. But anyways, so you can see it there. But you wouldn't have to wear it 3 times. So anyways, I'm going to run that one. But I just wanted to be able to describe, you know, I don't really understand the story about the part red, part pink. I mean, they make art glass beads where they swirl the colors in the glass. So I don't really get what's going on there. So I actually had it for a higher price because a lot of times Germany glass necklaces can be quite valuable. But I lowered it because I just didn't understand that. So anyways, I'm starting the auction. This one is a $21 start. Again, Germany, beautiful vintage beauty, loveliness. Let's see, I've got another pearl necklace here we'll look at next. Thank you for looking at that. Come visit. We are a very friendly state. I love that. That should be like the phrase, you know how, you know, all like states, you know, especially when you live in a city that's like sort of like a touristy city that's used to like that touristiness that they'll have like brochures and things like that. That seems like it should be like right on the front of a brochure. Come visit. Come see us. We're a friendly state. I love that. All right. So here I've got another authentic pearl necklace. This is again hand knotted, beautiful. These are round, but they are not like Akoya pearls. Akoya pearls would be a more valuable pearl, and they are like perfectly round, and they're very the size difference is like very hard to see because that's you're paying for that more exactness. And but this is still a lovely, I would consider it to be just a freshwater pearl. If you look closely, you can notice some slight variation in those sizes, but generally it's just round pearls. Once again, just like on the other one, we have a 12 karat gold filled a white gold filled fish hook clasp. That's what you call this. And it comes out like that. But it's like filigree. It looks like that. So a simple strand of pearls, very classic. It goes with everything, all the things. So let me find that one. Okay, this is going to be a $17 start. And for pearls, yes, a beautiful strand. And I'm starting the auction now. Smaller millimeter size than obviously the button pearls that we were looking at earlier, but still a beautiful necklace. And thank you so much for looking. Okay. All right, what else do I have for you? I have another one of these. Again, I'm not sure if this might be check glass. I'm just not sure. Sometimes I think it could be Japan, because I know Japan makes a very colorful glass bead that's called Tombow beads. I've sold many of them before that has this kind of style. But there's not a name on this, so it's hard to say. But it is super long. It's the chain link milk glass, but then obviously here with some colored beads in there. I want to say this is 48 inches in length. So it's a long strand of, art glass beads. So let me pull this up. And I'm going to have a $19 start on this. And I'm going to start the auction now. I'm going to put this up on the neck for you. Again, 48 inches, so great for layering. Now, for right now, I'm just going to put it as 2 layers, but you could do it as other ways too. So there's that. So we got 4 seconds left on the colorful art beads, art glass. Thank you so much for looking at that. All right. Let's see here. I'm trying to remember what I haven't done yet. I think we definitely have some more earrings here to show. I was talking earlier about, the type of setting that is used for rhinestones quite often. That's called a cup link setting. These are some, obviously dangle earrings that have some movement, sort of reticulation going on. We've got some, pear-shaped ones at the bottom. They're all prong set. You'll see some slight variation in color in those rhinestones, some clear and some slightly yellow. That just happens with the age. It's not uncommon in a lot of these older earrings. These are vintage things, but I think those are beautiful pair. And they are clip back. I'll show you in 1 second those. It's about 2 3/4 inches long, not missing any stones. Great construction on the back, no brand. But it's looking like that. So, yeah, I have a $9 start on those. That's a party on your ear, right? So anyways, that's those. So it's running now. We've got a larger solitaire there up there at the top. And Dog Days Vintage is in for $9. Lots of movement. They're heavy, but I will have to say that the back is in great condition, as you see there. So good pickup. You're gonna love them. Perfect for New Year's Eve, shall I say? Let me get those in a bag for you. Thank you so much. Okay, so Dog Days. I am going to ship out tomorrow. I've had 3 shows, like 3 nights in a row. Oh, sorry for eating. Got to get everything out. So everything is going out tomorrow. So thank you for that. Okay. Not a ton left here. Let's see. I do have some black faceted screwback earrings. Whoops, sorry. And so they're looking like this. It's like they appear like they're coming out of a stud earring. They are gold tone. Didn't know if that was tarnishing or if it just kind of looked a little darker there on the ball. I was just checking. Let me look under my lip. I mean, it's not like gone of gold. It just is a little bit less than, parts that are never touched. Like, again, you're going to see slight wear here where your hands are touching it. But huge faceted glass dangles there. So I know these are a good deal if you are somebody struggling who wears twist back. So they are looking like that. And these are a $9 start. And there you go. They're pretty big. We've got 10 seconds left. Thank you very much for looking at those. Okay. I have a really nice sterling silver necklace back here. Oh, so beautiful. So here we have AB crystals that kind of come down into a Y necklace. Everyone can see why it's called a Y necklace, shaped like the letter Y. And it comes down into these briolets down at the bottom, all AB, coated to give you that little extra shine. This is all sterling silver, acid tested. We have a lobster claw clasp there, also, marked with 925 there. And then you have an extender you see there. So before the extender, it is a 16-inch necklace, but I really love like the dainty jewelry. So I really appreciate this necklace. It's very much my style. I'm going to start the auction now. It's a lot of sterling. It's a $21 start and it's running. It's so beautiful. I love. Very nice. Again, the chain is thicker than, like a standard. Hey there, Angie. Than a standard, it's thicker than a lot of chains. I'm saying it's a nice find. Let me see what else I got that I have not run yet, or that someone may want me to rerun. Oh, I do have these. I don't know if it's an opal glass or if it's an actual opal. I'm not sure. I know that some opals there, like fire opals, I think, can have this little bit of flash in them. It's hard for you to see it. These are gold filled, and there's like little like bows there, I guess, at the bottom, but they're marked on the back there. I don't know if they're 12 or 14 karat. I want to say they're 14 karat gold filled. Let me find the listing for it. 14 karat gold filled. They do have the letter DCE. I don't know what that stands for. But I'm going to offer these for $19 as a starting bid, and we are moving to stage now. So these are twist back, as you see, very dainty. That's what they're looking like. I don't know if those are bows or flowers there at the bottom. I got to look under my loupe here in a second. Oh, I don't know. I guess it's a bow. I'm not sure. So thank you for looking at those. Let's see here. So I think I mostly have earrings left to show. I do have one necklace left. But then otherwise I've gone through everything. And again, like I mentioned earlier, a lot of times on my hauls, I realize it's a lot of showing. But because it's not necessarily everyone's price point, but it's fun to look for sure. These are cool. This is, fast green glass rhinestone here. Prong set, kind of like the belly of the bug. And at first I didn't think that this is a bug, but then as I looked at it closer, I'm like, those are absolutely the check glass beaded necklace. You want me to bring that back up? I can show you that I have a check question mark. Those white ones, wasn't sure. That's why I have a question mark. So I'm not guaranteed that it's checked, but I know it's a vintage glass. I'll show you. But look at that. He is a bug with his little antenna and everything. A green glass. There's your twist back there. He's super cute. So I actually found him on Google Lens, found ones that are very similar. So that is auction is running now for him. It's hard to see that it's green because there's no light behind it, but it's like a really dark green. We got 3 seconds left. He's got little amber colored eyes that are kind of like bezel set in there. I think this is the one you're talking about. There were two. I have another necklace I haven't brought yet, but I don't think I wrote in there like check ? So I doubt this is the one you're talking about. I think there was only one necklace that I put check, but I put ? Because I wasn't guaranteed. But it's quite possible, yes, but I don't, let me see if I can find that. I ran it earlier. Yeah. So I'm going to restart that auction. If you're interested, I had a $19 start on it. Yeah. So, beautiful, lots of colors, 52 inches. And, I will start the auction there. Thank you for your bid. And you can look sort of close up. They're all very it's definitely vintage, very old. And you can see all those little links going on in there. All the neat colors of that glass. Very pretty. I can't remember if it had a clasp or not. A lot of times these don't have clasps. Let's just take a quick look here. Yeah, no clasp. So there you go. I think you'll love it. Thank you so much. Okay. Every time I write your username, Dog Days, it reminds me, for some reason, I think there was like a book that my kids used to read when they were, I'm empty nester now, but I don't know why. For some reason, I recall a book named that. I might not be right. Okay, so there you go. Very lovely. Okay. All right, so let me keep going here. I have another pair of earrings here. And I think, that's 2 different pair of earrings. I think these are the brand Amco, maybe. Let's see. I think it's written on the bar. Let's see. Maybe it's just written on one. Why would you write it on one? Because if you lose one earring, then you don't know. It's literally written on one. It says Amco, 14 karat gold filled, beautiful prong set, rhinestone, twist back earrings there. You can see there's some texture going on there in those leaves. They're pretty. It's a nice little dainty, earring. So let me pull those up. And these are going to be a $9 start. Auction running now. And it goes in the ear this direction. So let me turn it the right way. That's the way it goes in the ear. My battery's dying. It's dying. All right. Thank you so much for looking at those. Let's see what else I got. Okay. So I have another pair of, let's see where I put them. Very simple AB faceted glass dangle earrings. Super simple. It literally is just like kind of the blue comes down from like the appearance of like a post. I mean, in your ear, that's how it looks when it's clipped back. But they're looking like that. AB faceted. They are a clip back. There's no brand, but it's just the simple stone. So I had a really good $3 start on those. So it is running now, looking like that gold tone. Kind of reminds me of like peacock colors. So we've got 7 seconds left. And thank you for looking at those. Okay, there is this necklace. Now, I don't know where it's from. Czech, Germany, Western, I'm not sure. Japan, I don't know. All I know is it's got some incredible molded glass beads on it, as you can see there. You've got these little like kind of, these are all glass, fluorite little things, and then those little, glass swirl ones in there. Now, it's very strange because these tan looking ones, those are glass faux pearls. And all of their paint is coming off. They're glass underneath it. You see it. So this necklace, someone could buy it and wear it like that, but you see all the paints coming off those glass ones. Or someone could use all the gorgeous beads. It's got opal glass on there as well, a lot of just milk glass. And you can use it just to, repurpose it to string another necklace or earrings or a bracelet. I don't know, whatever, but incredible pieces on there. I don't really get why. I don't really get why they. Oh, and it's also meant to not be symmetrical because you see how that's a big circle there, but this one's got a big circle on the bottom. So they're not symmetrical. Yeah, why we would have those glass beads coming apart like that. But anyways, I'm going to start that now. It is a 28-inch necklace that, is longer. Looking like that. Okay. I think there's just a couple of earrings left, not much. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4 earrings. Let's see if I can find them. 4 earrings and we're done. So if you are, somebody who popped in later and there might be something that I haven't run that you're interested in that was in the store that I've already run, let me know because I can rerun it. But let me grab these 4 earrings that are the rest of tonight. Let's see here. I know I need these earrings. And I know there's one more pair. Where are they? Hold on, I gotta look. I got that. I know which ones they are. They're these. They kind of look like angels. We'll do those first. So these are a $7 start. So it's got some emerald cut rhinestones there, a pear-shaped and then, round. To me, it looks like an angel, but I guess it would be an upside down angel because in fact, it twists into your ear that direction. So I guess it's not an angel, but, again, these are vintage earrings. So you are going to see in those rhinestones over time, they slightly yellow. They're not terrible, but you can see it slightly. You can see some little like discolorations within the stone. It just happens as it ages a bit. Like if you look under your loupe, you can teeny little black specks of, just time, but they look pretty darn good for, probably being, 75 years old or more. But let me start those. Those are a $7 start. Twisting back. Oh, one of them's upside down. Oh, no, it's right. Never mind. That's the way it goes. And we've got 10 seconds left. Newton's Patchwork. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're getting towards the end of our show. Thanks for hanging out with us. All right. So these are very interesting earrings. They are so heavy. Now, someone constructed them, the way they construct them, it actually has it might be like the kind of silk string that maybe uses in like silk knotting of necklaces, because it intentionally has it on this like string. Instead of it being attached to a wire, that's what it's attached to. And it just gives it movement and probably really helps this to dangle very naturally. Okay. So this does have a natural stone down here. It does kind of show up in the range of quartz. I don't know, it's probably just agate, but these are natural stones, so they're not identical. Sorry, caught on it. And even like one side's kind of more thicker than the other. So just know they're not like perfectly round. I mean, round down there, they might be kind of little. It's a natural stone. We've got an embossed gold tone bead there that is so heavy. It's super heavy. So that's a very kind of ethnic looking earring. I actually quite love it. I have a $15 start on that. Definitely vintage old, kind of antique bronze look about it. Very, very heavy. I mean, not that it's going to hurt your ears heavy, but these are not. They're significant. So we've got 6 seconds left. Thank you so much for looking at those. Okay. I have another pair of black faceted earrings here, except these are, prong set in there. I don't know if you call that houndstooth. And then the shape of this stone, for those of you who are out there, and you can always out there to learn. I learn more from people ever in the jewelry world. So much to learn from each other. But you see, this is just like a faceted, I don't know. I don't know if you call that a bicone cut. It's probably a fancier cut. But for a flat rhinestone, which this, when it sets in that stone there, it's facet. It doesn't have a table of facets. What it has is it has a point, and all the facets come to a point, and that's called Rivoli. So this is a Rivoli cut black glass earring that's, pretty simple, but very kind of filigree and classic, I guess. I really love them. But I have a great price on. They are a $5 start, and the auction is running now. Gold tone. Sorry, I'm opening a Coke. Five seconds left. And they are, sorry, clip back. Sorry, I failed to say that. They are clip back. I can run them again if you would like. Oh, you have a necklace cut like that with the Rivoli black stones there. Aren't they pretty? Let me know if you want me to run them again. I'm sorry, I didn't see your question until it was already running, but I can do it again if you'd like. And I think these are the last earrings I have. They are, I don't know if they're actual copper or if they're just copper tone. I'm just not sure. This is what the back looks like. And so the front is sort of embossed with some textures, like leaf textures. And they go in the ear facing that direction. So that's how they look in the ear. And should I straighten that out? There we go. Let me say it again. So yes, they go in the ear like that. But again, I'm just not, a lot of times if it's copper, it will say copper. So I just don't know because it doesn't say anything. I'm just telling you the color, Anyways, so these are going to be a $7 start. And I'm running the auction now. Oh, sometimes you're pierced and sometimes you're you wear a clip back. That's cool. I wish I was better at wearing, like, I don't know. I always worry with clip back that, I don't know, sometimes some people I think are more used to and can tolerate clip back earrings more. Anyway, so those are those. So, yeah, I have officially showed everything. Again, tonight was more of a haul, but I did offer everything, but I know it wasn't necessarily everyone's price point, but I know it's fun to look. So I was happy to have you here with me. Yeah, tomorrow is going to be a shipping day. Got to get lots of stuff out the door to you guys. So, I appreciate you all hanging out. You can see back there again. This is my thing is thanks, Hope, so much. You too. What was the price of the necklace in the middle? Okay, well, there's a couple necklaces there. Hold on. I don't know which one you mean, but this one is a 3-strand AB rhinestone one. And then this one is a 2-strand AB rhinestone one that's more of like a pink AB. You can see it there. And then this one is actually 2 necklace strands. One is longer than the other. They are all glass. One is like a pattern, like square glass, and then this molded different shape, and then square, and then molded. They're meant to coordinate, but they're not exactly the same. I think this one's 28 inches and this one's 38 inches. Were you talking about the green set here? So it's super long, as you can see here. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I know it's like molded glass or glass shapes, but I'm not sure. No, the others. Okay. Oh, so I'll say. So the pink faceted 2-strand necklace, which is this one, I'll put it up in the neck. I believe the starting bid was 14. Hold on, I'm putting it up. So that one's looking like that. AB coated. Up to the screen, I want to see how big the beads are. So it is graduating, so they're smaller up here. Okay. So that's what that's looking like. It's a nice kind of, it's pink, but it's kind of a darker, I mean, it's got AB coating, kind of like I don't know, kind of a cranberry pink, if you will. So there's that one. But then there also is, oops, sorry. This one is a 3-strand faceted glass, AB coated, graduated, not from high school, haha. And then that one's looking like that. And again, the beads get bigger. Just show to the camera. Bring it close to the camera off the, oh, no problem. So that is kind of the larger part of the necklace at the bottom where they're the biggest. Okay. So that's that one. And then the pink one, I'll show close up. Sorry, I didn't know what you meant. And again, the bigger ones are towards the bottom here. So that's what they look like. Let me know if you want me to rerun them. I think this 3-strand one is, let me see. I know the 2-strand pink one's 14. And one is in order, the starting bids on them. Just show. Okay, hold on. The pink one is $14 starting bid, and the 3-strand one is a $24 starting bid. Yeah, all of them are in the store. So if you look in the store, you'll be able to see the starting bid. I think you guys can still view the items that have already run. And I can rerun them But I know you can't pre-bid on the items that have already run. But anyways, so did you want me to rerun either of those for you, Noreen? I'm thinking I want to look at them again in their store hold. Okay. Yeah. So they're in the store. But I'm also happy to show them to you more. And again, the 3-strand one has like a textured kind of, etched, embossed little bar on that part. And of course, you've got your extender. And the 2-strand one, I think that part is like an encrusted with rhinestones, as you see there. And this one is gold tone versus the other one is silver tone. And, with time, that AB coating can, slightly rub off. They can even get scratches in them. So even if they're cleaned and, all the thing, you can still find, they're vintage. They have a little bit of wear on them. Where is my cloth here? I was just going to clean it real quick. I mean, I cleaned it once, but let me do it a little bit more. The pink one is a $14 start. The 2-strand pink one that I'm cleaning right now. Gold tone. Hold on one second. I'm just giving it just a quick rub down. But again, if you sit and you probably on any of these old AB faceted necklaces, if you look close up under your loop, you will see, over time with that, AB coating, it will start to show a little bit of wear. Now, that's why you don't want to take even these rhinestone necklaces with that coating and put them in like your ultrasonic cleaner. I mean, I think you could soak them in there because these are not foil back stones. Unlike, this is a foil back stone. You never want to immerse that. But you can get some scratching of, some of that coating sometimes. Teeny little. So, can I do 12? Okay, I will do a starting bid of 12. That's a really good deal. And it's a pretty necklace, but you are a lovely customer. I will do that for you. So let me edit it. And I'm going to also put it up here on the neck again while I do that. Okay, so again, that's what it's looking like. So let me go in here and find it. Love you too. That's cute. Okay. Let me see. But yes, for a rhinestone 2-strand necklace, that's a great deal. You would probably find something like that in an antique store right there for $30, $35. Like, so that's a super good deal. I'm going to edit. Okay, hold on. I got to restart it first. I have to restart auction. And then I have to edit it. Okay, so it is running now. $12 start. It's running now, Noreen. After you're done with that, what was in the first 2 necklaces in the middle bend in front? Oh, I'll show you those. Yep. They're a faceted glass one, clear, not AB. And then there was an Austria black faceted. All right, so that's going to you. Lovely, beautiful necklace. Thank you so much. You'll be ready for New Year's Eve. So sparkly. All right. Again, you know, to keep this lasting as long as possible, it's good to store it in a place where it doesn't get scratched up a lot. All right, so this is unique. All right. What's in the front bin? I'll show you in 1 second. I just wanted to get this packed up. Okay, thanks for that. All right, so this one is Austria. If you look here inside the hook, it says Austria. And this is a faceted glass. They're all the same size necklace. I think it's like a 16-inch. And again, a lot of these necklaces will have, this is having a little bit loose like that is not a bad thing. I don't think it needs to be restrung. It's made that way so it can have free movement. And when you lay it on the neck, it lays oh so well. But I will show you what that looks like there. So I think the starting price on that one, I had at 14, which was also a really good deal. I won't lower that one anymore. It's Austria. It actually should have been a higher price probably, but I will run that if you're interested. I don't want the black one. What's the white clear one? Okay. So this one, hold on, I gotta move this earring. I showed 2 clear necklaces tonight. One was a clear faceted glass, no AB coating, just clear. But then I also had a rock crystal necklace, which is rock crystal is actually not crystal. It's actually clear quartz. And this tests as quartz. So that one's much more expensive, but beautiful. But this one's lovely as well. It's all, the same size with the little spacer beads. I want to say this, it's pretty short. Let me see. It's got about, I don't know, maybe a 2 or 2.5 inch extender. And I think the starting bid on this one was and actually a really good price because it's just 1 strand. Oh, this one was an $11 start. Looking like that. Again, let me do a quick wipe down for you so you can get the freshest look. Hold on. No worries. I hear you. Pass. Gotcha. Okay. So I have gone through everything. So if anyone else has anything else you want me to show you can look in the store. I'm happy to bring it out or run things again. But if there is, if everyone's done and they've seen what they want to see, I think we'll call it a night. I think I might. I was just cleaning that up a little bit. Okay, so there's that. All right, unique around the corner. I would have liked to have gotten the 3 strand, but it's a little bit too much for me. Yeah, those are. Yeah, it's 3 strands of stones, and you probably would find this for $40 in an antique store. So that $24 price was still a really good price. Anyway, so that's all I got. I hope you enjoyed looking at my haul. I have lots of hauls. I have drawers and drawers of hauls that I haven't done videos on. So I love bringing this stuff to show. But I appreciate all of you guys hanging out with me tonight. And yeah, I'll be busy doing shipping tomorrow. So Noreen, did you want to do any more of those necklaces, those $2 mother of pearl ones? Do you want me to grab those real quick? They're just over there in a tub under my bed. Oh, you're welcome, Emily. Have a great evening. Thanks for hanging out. You know I need some, yeah, but yes, but I will, but I can't, I can do it tomorrow because I have to pull out the ones that I have because I don't remember all the colors. Right. So I am shipping tomorrow. So your last opportunity to have it on this order is to do it tonight because I go and I run all the, um, I print out all of the, you know, the receipts and, package everything up. So, all right, let me go find them. Hold on. Okay. No problem. Yes, I think you got multiple colors. You have a lot of colors. So you either have a lot of grandkids or a lot of people sitting at your kitchen, your Christmas table, and everyone's going to wear a different color. You must be wanting to give them as gifts. I remember you probably had gotten, I think we did them as $2 each. And I think you probably got like, I don't know, maybe 6 or 8 of them. Oh, yes. She says yes. That is correct. Let me go grab them from under my bed. Yeah, you did. And they were pretty white ones because I think one was like a diamond shaped, smaller, and then maybe an oval shape. They were pretty. They were different than the others. But I wanted to put them together and they were 2 different shapes. Oh, right. Yeah. You mean put them to make it a longer necklace. Is that what you meant together? I guess I didn't think about that, but you absolutely, just like people take a bracelet and a necklace that have whatever kind of clasp, twisting barrel or spring ring, you can put them together and make a longer necklace. Right. Um, so are you good or do you want me to go pull out what's under my bed? I got enough of pink, but it's that's all I got was enough for pink. Right. I'll show you what I have, okay? Hold on. Hold on. I got to get under the bed. I'm coming back. I promise. So strange. Oh, I was like, where did I put them? But then I realized that I put them over here on my desk. I was like, I couldn't find them. Okay. So I was running them as $2 each. And this is what I had left. They're like 16-inch. And so anyone's welcome to bid if I do this. But this is what Noreen is asking about because she had gotten several the other day. But these are like dyed mother of pearl. They are mother of pearl beads. but they are on these vintage, twisting barrel clasp, like 16-inch, necklaces. That fall about that length. Okay, let me see the blue, the pink, I could tell. So the pink ones, I got enough pink. So I have 3 of those, and then I have 2 kinds of blue ones, and I have 1 teal one, but there's only 1. And some of them, you got to work them a little bit to get them to lay right because they've been stuck in the bag, but they will eventually. But that's what the teal one the kind of looks like. But I have these, they're like that shape bead. I don't know if you call that ombre, but again, they're all mother of pearl. This one's strung slightly tight, and it's so strange. One half of the spring ring clasp is tarnished, the other half isn't. Isn't that funny? But I want to see how it lays on the neck. So it's looking like that. Okay. And I have, of that one, I have 1, 2, 3. I think the rest of them I have are graduated, which means they're smaller at the top and they get bigger. So would you like me to run it for, it's a $2 start, so I'll run it for you. Yes, okay. Let me create a listing real quick. And I'm just going to keep, if someone bids, just let it just go out, run out of time for them and they can choose. And then I'll just run it again. I'll just keep doing it over if I have anybody interested. All right. So I'm running that now for one of them, and I'll just run it again after that. Because I have a set of teal ones. I need another one. Oh, so you needed just one. Well, there you go. Now you got it. It's all yours. Okay. So again, there you go. So when I put it in the bag here, I like to undo them. Oh, not that one. Teal. This one. Correct? I have one left. That one, yes. And so these are round beads on this one. So that's the one you want, right? Okay. Okay. So I'll pack that up for you. And if there's any other takers or anyone interested, again, I'm running them for $2. They're all mother of pearl. I had gotten like multiples of these at a flea market. And the lady, they were all vintage ones that, it was amazing. I couldn't believe, I don't think she realized that, mother of pearl. Yes, yes. Oh, I thought you said my name again. Okay. Okay, I'll run another one. So I'm going to duplicate, and then I only have one of these, but I'm going to run it again if there's any other ones or colors. You need blue also. Well, it's running, Noreen, right now. Do you want me to run it again? It was. I just ran it, but I'll do it again. Okay. Okay, running again. There you go. Okay, so this is Noreen. Okay. Got 5 seconds left. Okay. And so there's that teal one that actually hangs really well. Okay. So I'm going to put that in the same bag. I'll just have to remember it's 2 different things, but for anyone else interested, I will duplicate this again. And it's running. If any other takers, I also have these awesome purple ones. Again, mother of pearl. What a fun little thing to put in a stocking, right? I think they're lovely. And then I also have these. Now they need to get like formed. They're kind of not hanging well, but they're these graduating ones where they start really small and then they get bigger. So what color did you want to look at this time, Noreen? The purple is pretty. Purple. Okay, so let me find the one that hangs the best for you. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So I want to find the one that hangs the best. Yeah, I think the ones that have slightly bigger beads, they're just heavier. They just tend to hang better. So those are the ones I'm going to do. Okay. All right. So I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to run it again. If anyone else is interested, or if Noreen's done. I used to have plain white, but it got bought. So these are all I have left. I do have these ones that kind of start off lighter, like white, but then they come down and they're graduating and they get bigger at the bottom. I have one. Do you have any more of the white? More? I don't have any more white. So far, Noreen, let's see. Let me double check. So Noreen, you did 3 of them. So you won 3. And so what I have you picked out was a purple, a blue, and a teal, correct? Yeah, that's all I got. Okay, so let me pack that up. And I'm going to run it one more time if anyone else is interested. Otherwise, this will be the last one I run. I do also have some really, but you don't have the other purple that looks like a bone, do you? I don't. The one that had the different shaped bead. No, I've run out of those. Those have all been bought. Yeah, we had a couple that had some different shaped beads, I remember. It was like a darker purple. Okay. So there you go, Noreen. All right. So I take it we're done with this. Where's my bag? I lost my bag. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Okay. Do you think it would look funny with a different purple? and the ones that are shaped different. Yeah, I think I think your idea, I mean, I don't know how it will look, but your idea of putting them together is not a terrible idea. But I agree, trying to get ones that were the same is going to look better. I'm going to put two together for you now and we can look at how it looks. I've never, I mean, you're obviously going to see when you put two together. I just never even thought to do that. That is very creative idea. But yeah. So now I've put two together. But you still will see, you'll still see that. But if you have two, you can also make it so one's longer and one's shorter. I don't know. Again, they need to get they've been mushed in the bag. You got to work them a little bit with your hands and flatten them out. I mean, they will, but you just got to work it a little bit. But that was a cute idea to sit and make a long one. Yeah, I don't think the two different ones would look right. I think you definitely want the same ones. Okay, where's my bag? Now I lost it again. Oh, here. Okay. All right. And I ran these last night, but there's a few people in here that may not have been here last night. I'll just throw it out here again, but I have all of these natural stone bracelets. Yes, you're getting a teal one, a blue one, and a purple one. There were 3 of them. Those were the 3 auctions you won. Teal, blue, purple. Cool. But for any interested, I was going to literally offer these for $2 each. These are all hematite, brand new, excellent condition, never been worn. The stretch is perfect. All of them are the same, They're heavy, they're cold, they're all the things. I have lots of these ones that are hematite. I also have some dyed howlite red ones. I have a couple green ones. I have a couple lava rock ones with a one accent bead. I have one gray one. Again, it's a natural stone. It'll show up as quartz. I just don't. And then we have some more dyed howlite with accent beads. So I don't know if there's any takers, but these are also going to be a $2 choice. You want to see more? Wait, I thought you were going to bed. Ha ha. I want to see more. I am about to go, but I pulled out some of these necklaces. I pulled out some of these $2 mother of pearl necklaces that I had brought in a sale previously. There's a whole bunch more. But we finished looking at that, and then I was offering these for $2. So there may not be any takers, but I just thought I'd offer. Because I have so much of them, that's why I'm offering them at that price. They're perfect. They've never been worn, and their stretch is great. $2 start. And again, I'll run it. If there's no interest, that's fine. So I'm running that. If there's anybody interested, Meek around the corner is in. And because I have a couple that there's only 1 or 2, if we get to the point where there's just all the same color, there's no reason to, bid over each other, because then I'll just keep running it and everyone can get. But I have some of these, I have less colors of, I have less of red. Yeah. So there you go. A lovely red one. And, of course, you can sit and, put multiples together. But anyway, so I have that set aside. I'm going to duplicate this and I'm going to run it again for Annie else. And Emily is in for 2. Okay, what color did you want, Emily? Green. Okay. Again, they're very, like size-wise, they're very similar, but one is slightly bigger than the other. Would you say you're a smaller wristed person? Or, I mean, they're stretchy, but one's a little bigger than the other. Do you want the smaller one or the bigger one? I mean, I'm talking slightly. I would say the left one's just slightly bigger. So I think the right one there is a smaller one. Okay. Well, let me get a bag for you guys. I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to run it again. And Noreen is in for 2. Okay. All right. So what color? She wants red again. Okay. So let's find one that's, yeah, that one's like very close in size. Okay. So we got 2 red. Okay. Got you. I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to run it again. Emily is in for 2. Okay. And what color? Okay, so those are howlite. And so you'll have to tell me which one. I have one that has like this brass bead, or I have one that just has a lava rock bead. And then the other one has, so these 2 are exactly the same. And then that one has the brass thing. So which one? Okay. And then you're smaller. So I'm going to give you, of the 2, I'm going to give you the smaller one, which is this one. Okay. And you see they're very exact size. Okay. So I'm going to duplicate and start it again for anyone else. A lava rock is this stone. It literally, I think, probably comes from, I guess a lava rock's like a pumice stone, similar. I don't know. I guess it comes from a volcano. I don't know. But these are the ones that are all lava rock. And then they just have an accent bead. So, and then those were just had one of them. So which color were you interested in? I don't know. I love the hematite ones because they're so like tactile and they're like the heaviest of all of them. I don't know why. So which color? Okay, can you show the lava beads again? Okay, so there are 3 of the ones that are mostly lava. So 2 of them have like this, it's like a brown cat's eye. It's not tiger's eye, it's a brown cat's eye. With those might be a teeny wood bead, but then all the rest is a lava bead. You can see it's got like, you know, like texture on it or whatever. And then this one just has a howlite as the accent bead. So you either have like the brown accent or the white accent. Yeah, I think sometimes people put, they might use the lava rock But you need to research that. Like, I know that sometimes though, yeah, I've heard that that might be the one that they use, but it's not my specialty. But I have heard of that. Okay, so you want the third red one, right? So you have 3 red ones, right? Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna duplicate that and run it again. If there's anybody else. Okay. So 3 red ones for Noreen. And then I've got these 2 for Emily. Okay, no problem. Run it again. And Noreen is in for 2. Okay, so Noreen gets to pick. So we've got hematite. I think this one is also a nice one, the gray one. Personally, I think that looks good together. But it's just personal opinion. The lava rock one. Okay, so did you want the lava rock run that were the brown or the one with the howlite bead? So brown or white accent bead. Do you prefer if you had it? Which one would I prefer? Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I think there's more visually for the eye on these ones that have because there's like this little different shaped bead. And there's just more to look at than just the one bead. So visually for my eye tends to want to go towards those. So you'll go for brown. Okay. And, these are really close in size, but one is slightly bigger than the other. Do you want the bigger one or the smaller one? Okay, smaller one is this one. Okay, very good. So I'm going to duplicate it and I'll run it again. $2. Pick a bracelet, all natural stone. For anyone who popped in. Okay, cool. We got it going. So there we go. Yeah. And I think that's all I got. I mean, I have lots of other jewelry, but that's all I got for tonight. So thanks for hanging out, guys. Everything's going to ship out tomorrow. And you're welcome. Thanks for coming to hang out. I hope you enjoyed that haul. Lots of beautiful jewelry. And yeah, I probably will be back for a show on probably Thursday. So good night to everyone. Thanks again, everyone. And yeah, go follow my YouTube channel if you've never followed me on YouTube. I'm getting close to 1,000. I'm almost there. Lots of unboxings, unjarrings, jewelry hauls, all that kind of stuff. Take care, guys. Good night.